if I get logged out of FIFA.
Where at you on your Xbox? You
Yeah.
gotta log into your YouTube on Xbox?
No.
Then no. Why would what? That don't make no sense.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you fools when you fools would log out, it was like you just log into YouTube on your laptop and that shit'll kick you off EA
No, no,
Sports.
no. I should kick you out if you log out of if you log into YouTube from your Xbox. What up, Glenn? Hey, Masa, talking to you.
I'm playing FIFA, dog.
Oh,
I'm
to
getting
read it for you. I'll
football
read it
on.
for you, dog. It says at Masa, Lakers in 5 or
I still think Lakers in 6, but Lakers are going through.
Lakers in 6. I think they do it. I think they do it.
They can do it in
They
5
do it
though.
in 5.
The way I watched the first half of the game, I'm like, this shit's a wrap.
Hey, happy birthday, Logan Jones. I'm glad the Lakers did win on your birthday. I'm glad they won just in general, but
On
even better
Kobe
so
Day.
in your birthday. Bang your birthday.
Guy, see.
What up, Nando? What up, Nando?
Hey, Chris, get rid of your backdrop.
No,
Yeah, dog.
Dog, I can't see his face.
it's right here.
The fool looking like a fucking like a mutant, dog.
What the fuck? This shit looks dumb as fuck.
Hey, dog. I asked you guys if you wanted to bring out fucking Chris, and you're about it. Dog. So you gotta deal with the consequences now. Dog. We gotta deal with this guy.
Like, I don't mind the fucking drop, but fuck, I don't know why the hell it looks like that. I can't. It's annoying because I'm like, Nate, was it last week? I think he was. His teacher's trying to show him something to do in his class. You know, everything's through Zoom, and she's pulling up. I guess she has a backdrop, same thing, right? And she's pulling up the paper,
You can't see
whatever,
shit.
the document, and she's like blurring in and out. Like, we can't see what the fuck you're holding up.
Yeah.
It's so. Anyways, it's just I'm still a little traumatized from that, so I don't want to take out my anger on Chris because it's not deserved on Chris.
You shouldn't
But
even
if
be
he's
mad,
there,
dog.
if he's there to get it's right now it's different type of frustrations. It's school frustrations, Zoom frustrations. Listen,
How's,
if you got frustrated, you should see Lisa. Like, damn, she gets really frustrated with that same teacher. I was like, and she right. Lisa's right.
How's the first week of school for the boys?
Terrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fuck this. As soon as these kids can go back to regular class, however it is, they're going. I don't give a fuck. I don't care how people feel about masks or not masks. I don't give a fuck. You're going. Listen, I have my own personal beliefs. I have my own, thoughts and processes about the whole COVID thing. So I'm sticking to my guns, and these kids are going back to school. So
wait, elaborate. I need to know more about this. Like, I mean, this doesn't seem like this is just normal frustration. I want to know more now. I'm intrigued.
I mean, it's just, at least to me, the same concept with dirt. Like, you have to be exposed to it somehow. I understand that there's a pandemic, but that's a whole different conversation, right? It's a whole different conversation.
Why don't you move Orange County, fool?
No, it's not. See, but that's the thing, though. It's not even like that, and that's what I'm saying. It's
Orange County.
it's a different. It's a different thought process. It's not the same thing as
Galaxy might
as
like
what
you
they're
from
thinking.
Orange County, fool.
Well, no, I'm South Big Galaxy, though. South Big Galaxy as fuck. Yeah. Nah,
What
but
up, Adrian?
Joking aside, though, like on the real, I even with like I'm totally game for them if they have to go back to school with the regulations, and I think Lisa is too, because it's
not working
hard.
out for you guys.
And it's not just working out. It's just, first of all, I hate the Google Suite. To me, it's trash. It's garbage. Yeah, I don't like it. Listen, when it comes to utilizing and not necessarily the Gmail. Gmail's fine. I don't have a problem.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Gmail.
Like you're talking about like docs, sheets, and all that.
Yeah, docs. Yeah, exactly. Sheets. The slide, the one that they have that's supposed to be like PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Their version of PowerPoint. Trash, garbage.
Really, I live by that suite. Like I live by that suite.
Which is crazy. And you know what? It's fine. I'm sure we have, if I take time and I start utilizing, eventually I get the hang of it. But it just doesn't work here. At least not for the kids. It's not kid friendly.
Yeah, I think none of it is.
Okay, well, listen. I think I did a project with Nate last year, second grade project on PowerPoint using my old computer here, and he got it. Like it works so much more easy. It was more kid friendly. So that's my thing, right? And I mean, I'll figure it out. I don't care. It doesn't frustrate me. Like that whole shit, I don't mind. But if I'm thinking as from a kid perspective, it's annoying. Like Lisa was frustrated again earlier today trying to get that shit to work. Because it's, and if it's not a platform they use all the time, not just that, they have these kids utilizing all these programs.
Yep.
I'm talking about third grade, fourth grade, second grade, first grade. Eli too. He's on Zoom every single day and some other things. So we have to be there with him.
And that's a shit, right? Your boys have you and Lisa.
Yeah.
Right. Like for all the kids who don't listen. And it's funny, right? Because I'm in the complete opposite spectrum of you. I think this is great for my daughter. my daughter gets in the morning, does what she needs to do, and she's done, right? Because she don't have
Right,
to be
because
like,
they're older and
yeah,
understandable.
like
She
so.
sees computers already. She knows how all that shit
Exactly,
works. Yeah,
exactly.
so it's different, right?
I
And I
was,
get that,
so
but
I was all for it, and then I started hearing stories about like, like the younger kids, like in elementary school, and I'm like, yeah, like this isn't intuitive
it's
at
not it.
all.
Like
Yeah,
it's not it. Especially for Eli, it's hard for him because I mean, and he's like, it's fine, but at his age, he needs that person there with him. That teacher person to teach him these things. Like I
yeah,
can be there. Like Lisa today, she didn't work today. She stayed like she didn't even she had a little mini vacation. That's why I had the kids all weekend. But she didn't even go to work today, and she decided not to clock in because I was doing some other things like helping out Nate and obviously I had to get my workout in and all that stuff because of my training. That's basically my job. But she couldn't because she had to help Eli with his stuff,
yeah,
right? And you have to be there because even if you tell Eli, tell me what your teacher said, that you need. Sometimes he's a fucking 4-year-old kid, So it's like if the teacher says, "Hey, well, go get your blackboard or go get your erasable whiteboard and the drake
yeah,
that you're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
use to clean it with your erasable marker." Eli only heard board, marker,
Marker, yeah,
right?
no, no, it makes
Exactly.
sense.
That's all he heard and all that, right? So it's just it's not it. Like
Yeah,
that's
no, I
definitely
hear
not
you.
it. At least in my opinion. Like don't get me wrong, if
I,
I even think maybe middle school is still okay, right? But
yeah,
when
but
it's just not it right now. It's not. And
I,
it's
I agree with you. Let me catch up with the chat. What up, Adrian? Alejandro says, "Yo, Angel, who do you, who do you, who do you got going on? Who do you got going in the second round in the NBA playoffs?"
Lakers, Lakers, Lakers. That's it.
Right,
That's all that
same.
matters.
Hey,
I love
we should all the Level fans to come on the show and shut them up. We should invite. Nah, I'm good. Listen, we've had
Some of them listen to the pod though. I know that for a fact.
they even been commenting like on a respectful way too, which is interesting. I expected more shit talking. Let's see.
Let me address my cousin really quick. Says Angel looking like tanned bunny today. That's true because you know how I started my routine now includes a lot of running. Like today I did 5 miles and I just obviously just put my sunscreen, but
Not enough.
out in the sun like at midday, fucking getting
It's hot
roasted
as
today.
shit
Yeah.
out there this last couple weeks. You're looking like you bought into this marine life because you're like fucking close shave and everything and shit though.
Oh yeah, it's not marine life, dog. Don't disrespect me like that. What the fuck?
Or what is Air Force life? My bad. Whatever it is. I mean,
Air
same
Force life.
same
Nah,
same
the
shit.
fuck?
Same shit.
That's Eric. It's even on the chat. It's like, nah, you just talk to him. But it's funny because we've been going back and forth. Like he just always says, now started sending me all these dumbass memes, comparing all 4 branches. And man, I feel bad for Marines. dog.
Logan Joe says, "How come FC Dallas let their fans in the stadium? Because Texas is a dumbass state. Texas is a dumbass state, bro. I can't.
Hey, if the
just don't
Galaxy will let fans in though, you guys wouldn't go?
I wouldn't. I'm good. I'm good.
I
I'm
would.
good, man.
I'll go and then leave halftime.
Like, you know why I wouldn't go? Because I'm dumb as fuck, right? I'm dumb as fuck. I would not abide by the social distancing. You'll see me right next to my boys and fucking like sharing beers, like because I'm stupid like that. Like so, because of that, I
I'll go.
wouldn't go.
Listen, I already caught COVID. I'm sure. Like I was having this conversation. Who did I have this conversation? Oh, with Masa, right? I was telling you and Alice that I'm pretty sure I had COVID in fucking Miami when I went the first time around because I was sick for like 2 weeks and it
Wouldn't
wouldn't
be
go away.
surprised.
Yeah, everything and this was back in February before everything became what it is now. So no one really took it that serious. And I was taking all types of medication and nothing was working. I still had I didn't really catch fevers, thankfully, but I did have the cough, the dry nose, the runny nose, like all that stuff. I struggled to sleep, like it was annoying. So I may have had like the light version, not the light version, but like a mild symptoms or whatever they call it. But it's very likely that I probably had that shit. So yeah, man, that's that. So I think I'm good now. I don't think I catch it anymore. I think I'm fine.
I mean, hopefully, hope you are.
Yeah, I
hope
hope
you
so.
are. Hope you're fine. I wouldn't say fine, but I hope you're COVID free. How about that? Because fine, there's many wrongs.
Yeah. What else we got in the chat? What else we got?
Not much, man. Everybody a lot of people not fucking with Zoom. They're joining in the chat saying they don't fuck with Zoom, and they're asking what Paul George is at. I think that might be
He's in Orlando. The fuck? Stupid ass question is that?
Oh, hey, Beto here in the chat. He asked why the Air Force Angel? Because I'm gonna drop bombs, baby. I'm gonna drop bombs. I heard bombs over Baghdad one time. I said I gotta do that. That was it. Yeah. Yeah, bombs.
Palacio family, I think that's up for what's his name? Whatever. Rudy would be out there giving hugs to everyone. Accurate, dog. Like I don't know how to fucking act, bro. Like every time I see a homie recently, like I don't know what to. Like I'm going for a hug, and then like, oh no, elbows, and it's like this hat between like high five, elbow, like fuck this, dog. I wouldn't know what
Angel
to do.
here meets my baby and gives him a big ass kiss on the fucking big head.
Oh, I did, huh? Oops.
And he said, and he already
I didn't even
said,
think about it. Oops, my bad, dog. I apologize.
I was about to pop you in the face, dog, but you look like you could beat me up. So
Yeah, right now.
So you thought about it? You thought
I was
about
like, well, nah.
I try to give it up in front of my baby either.
Yeah. And I'm gonna love it. No, Nathan's there. You know how Nathan is. He's like a sweetheart. So he do everything. Can we talk about it? Why are you guys gonna fight? Like he do everything possible to, like, no, don't do that. Like that's Nate for you. So that fight would never happen.
Hey, BH Nut, pause on that as well. My college class got Zoom hacked. How'd that happen? Would you guys get porno in class? That'd be fucking hilarious, dog. Professor trying to teach class and just fucking una gran mona le aparece ahí, dog. Imagine.
Una gran mona, Alexis, Texas.
Oh.
Here we go. Throw back to Alexis, Texas again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I forgot about Alexis, Texas.
That's funny, man.
Hey, Bet on the real. Shoot me a DM and I'll fill you in. I'll fill you in on my Air Force talk.
That's some wild shit though, man. Like this is the new normal, and it's fucking weird, dog.
I seen this shit coming years ago, dog. That's why I dropped out of school, dog.
Smart.
Mariotelli, huh?
Mario
Balotelli. Balotelli's back on the rumor. Yeah, we'll talk about it in a bit. I was gonna be, I'm interested in hearing about that.
That's how this pod started. I'm not even funny.
Hey, go to the very first episode. Very first episode.
Was that in the first episode? Is that where that came from?
Very first episode. The very first
episode.
episode.
To LA.
Oh yeah, that's
LA,
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Waffles.
Yeah. No, it was pancakes.
Was it pancakes?
Yeah,
Okay, that's right, pancakes.
Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. Hey, shout out David Alaba though. I think he's the only person that I know that called a W. Big dub. Mm-hmm.
And congratulations on winning Champions League, dog.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. That's funny. Hey, that's dope, Beto. But yeah, shoot me a message. We'll chat.
Oh fuck! So teacher got kicked, and then these two P's were putting moaning noises and leaking the IPs. That's fucking wild. What up, Betty?
You see, well, luckily I don't have to deal with that because it's talking about elementary school kids. Actually, don't be surprised if some crazy ass dude eventually does some shit.
There was a teacher, I don't know what state, that fool. It was like a special ed class, and he logged on. I guess kids were having trouble. That fool was shirtless. And they were like, "What the hell?" And the teacher would complain like, "Old old man, big old saggy titties."
Damn. You see? Yeah, this is
wild,
type of shit right there.
It's just wild. It's so crazy, right? Because I was in my own little bubble because I didn't even think about it, right? I saw my daughter set up.
It's you, like you're self-centered, dog. It's always about you.
I see my daughter set up, and she got it, and she was doing her thing, and again, like for her, it really works out because like she doesn't like school, right? So when she could do her own shit, like just get the information she needs and then do her own, like she fucks with that. So I was like, man, this is great. And then I started talking to Rooney and I was talking to George. And they're telling me about that, and I started thinking about like, oh fuck yeah, like if you have a young kid,
they have issues going on too.
Yeah, well, not. I mean,
right,
same as yours, right? Like I think for everybody who's like in the elementary ages, even like maybe middle school, early middle school, like they're having issues, and I see it, like it makes sense, I mean, it makes mad sense once I thought about that, but I was just like, fucked up. I mean, especially
kids have never. I understand they use tablets, but utilizing a tablet is different than using a laptop.
Trying to be productive with it too.
It's way different. Yeah, and it's way different. And then you're also telling them, hey, sit down and study for 6 hours? 7 hours sitting your ass down on. I mean, on the bright side is on the bright side is they have more comfortable chairs and they get home cooking. So it's there's some positives, but we're talking about the study portion here. That's different, man.
Yeah, dog, but you're talking about at home, dog. There's so many like distractions at home. Like your toys are right there. The TV is right there. Like, come on, bro. I can't do that shit.
Oh, hey, Carlisa. Actually, let me address that right quick. Yeah, that's why we make sure that Nate has his camera turned off all the time if he's not talking. Because I mean, sometimes I forget. I'm walking around the house. I still wear
your shorts or whatever.
Not sometimes, but I'll still wear boxer briefs at minimum. I walk around the house. It's like whatever, especially in the morning if I'm waking up, walking to put the coffee on. I'm usually in boxer briefs and no shirt. So can you imagine? Like we forget one day and I'm just walking by.
I'm just like, oh.
Yeah. Yep.
Boys, let's get ready to start here. We got some good questions.
Do this.
Ivan, any thoughts on Alan Franco possibly going to America? Hey, shoot that on IG or Twitter if you can. I'll try to remember it. Can't promise you, but that's a good question. I want to talk about that. So shoot it again, guys. Chat if you guys wanna submit questions, shoot them in on Twitter or IG, and we'll answer them at the end of the show. If we don't answer them within the show, but all right, let's get this thing going.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, you look cute. Fool.
Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by 4 Foul supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is Straight from the Stand.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening,
guys. How you guys doing?
¿Qué onda? What it do, baby?
Hello.
Special guest in the house. We got Chris with us today, substituting for George, for lazy ass George.
Hi, Chris.
How's it going, Chris? How you doing?
Hey, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been. Have you been here since you became a father?
No.
No, right?
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations on that. Then I know we said it, privately, but on air. Congratulations.
I finally met his baby over the weekend.
I know. We
I
heard.
gave him a kiss.
We heard.
And Chris wanted to punch me, apparently.
We heard. How's the Papa life treating you?
It's good, man. What is it? 4 months now already. First 2 months were tough. I mean, sleep
Yeah, bet.
sucks big time. But other than that, I mean, now he's chilling. Little mama's boy cries for everything, so that's her problem.
That's her
Oh,
Papa.
I got it from you.
Mm, not me,
Masa,
baby.
how you doing, puppy?
Feel great, dog. I feel amazing.
Yeah.
Fuck. This was a good weekend, bro.
So-
Really good weekend.
Let me ask something, right? If I said Luca, how does that make you feel?
I feel fine, dog. Luca is GOAT. Shit. You can't be mad. You can't be mad about that fool fucking hitting 40 and hitting the game winner. I ain't no hater, bro.
Ooh, that fool's hurt.
That fool's fucking good, dog. Well, what am I gonna say?
You know what's crazy?
Damn.
When I left Masa's house, because we hung out Saturday and Sunday. Ooh, Masa, I love you. We hung out both days. And when I left this pad on yesterday, huh?
It
You're
was
like,
yesterday.
Clippers got this. I'm not gonna watch the game because
They were up by 20.
yeah. Hold
I
on,
was like, I
hold
ain't
on. Let me be Master Cricket. Nah, I ain't gonna watch the game right now because I already know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna put the game on, then the Clippers are gonna blow up the lead. They're up by like 30 right now.
This is accurate.
Yeah, they got the dub. They get this dub, and they're about to go through. So I ain't gonna watch this shit right now. I'm just gonna keep an eye on my phone. Yeah, exactly. I got home, fucking losing overtime. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, in my mind, Masa put on the game.
Yeah, Masa.
Yeah. You know what? I fucked up because I put it on for a little bit. And
There
then
you
I was
go.
like,
You cursed them, dog.
I gotta go get my work boots, so I left to Red Wings in Torrance. And shout out to the girl that helped me out, dog.
She's a G fan, right?
Yeah, she was a G fan, and she hooked me up, and I got some dope ass work boots. So shout out to that girl.
Did you spit that podcast card? You popped it out like, oh look, I do a
Straight from the
podcast.
stands?
No, I didn't. She was just because I was wearing a G jersey. I don't think she
Wearing the,
recognized me. I had my
straight from the
mask
stands.
on. I had my hat on. I can't be out in the South Bay.
I'm surprised she didn't recognize you because you didn't say anything. Like, oh, you're Masa?
Got
Yeah,
you.
probably.
Oh, that's you, Masa. It's like Pootie Tang. You know Pootie Tang song, the banger? Yeah. Pootie Tang.
Tan Bunny. How you doing, puppy?
And Bunny. Shit, I'm doing fantastic, man. Doing great.
Yeah.
I saw Chris over the weekend. I saw Masa over the weekend. I see you all the time, I feel. So there's
got-
that. So I'm good, man. I'm
You
great.
hug everybody or no?
Huh?
You hug everybody or no? Your
Yeah, hug
sister
everyone
hugs?
I see. I shake their hand. I stay within 3 feet. I just do the whole nine. Like it's amazing, bro. And listen, I already got a date. As soon as COVID is over, Chris Thomas said he's gonna take me on a date. So, just so you guys are aware, yeah, that's my first date. So once things go back up, he's gonna take me on a date. So I'm great, man. Listen, I have a date lined up. Lakers won, Galaxy won, Dodgers won. Chris poking his nose.
Yeah,
So-
yesterday was dope. We got the 3P. We got fucking Lakers, Dodgers and fucking and the G's take a dub.
I mean, unfortunately, Baby G's lost, but listen, I caught the game and I got nothing but good things to say right now about Baby G's. My only concern with Baby G's right now is those heavy touches. They need to work on that shit. It's a lot of heavy touches. Like they move the ball really. And I know we're not getting into it, but because we barely talk about Galaxy too.
Let's talk about it right now. I'm actually because I had a chance to actually watch the game. So I mean, Masa or Chris, do you guys get a chance to watch G2?
I didn't.
No. All right, well, let's keep brief since the boys didn't do it. But yeah, talk to me about it.
No, I mean, it seems like it's improved because they didn't have that many heavy touches. But even with that loss yesterday, if you caught the game, you guys are gonna agree with me here. I think that it's maybe not necessarily the better team, perhaps, but for moments they were fluid. They moved the ball really well. They had idea. They had intensity. They look like young men out there for sure. Like I know they're kids, but they look like young men out there. And again, even when they were losing that 2-1, they were still in it. I mean, they kept fighting. Even the last play of the game, well, like one of the last plays of the game, like a minute or two to go, top right shot just went over the bar. Top right, it would have been the tying goal. Fucking dope, man. Like I think the kids are balling. At least to me, it's not boring to watch them. Fluid. It seems like their style is becoming more quick. They're not as boring as they used to be. Like watching Galaxy 2 before used to be so fucking boring, and right now to me they're actually quicker. But no, obviously it's still levels to the show, right? It's still quicker to watch the big team. But from what was last year to this year, you can already see the improvement. Now obviously there's things that to me should
staff for them.
What's that?
Who's the training staff? Who's in charge of
who was it? They mentioned who got promoted after what's his face left.
Regardless, you know what the one thing I'll say though is like I seen promise from G2 before, right? I mean, even Subak like promising in G2, like he really, I think Tucker's who was it? It was Samoa Bob said yesterday on Agnew. He was like, he's better than USL level, not MLS level, but he's better.
Which is fine.
So and that's my only thing I take from that game is like these kids look good in USL, and that too. Like remember, like one thing I noticed too, like these are kids. Like most of them are kids. Like they look like kids. They're
that's the
physique
thing,
like
see,
kids.
The difference. Yeah, that's my difference is when Zubak was part of the team. But last year we were part of the team. We're talking about guys that were like 19, 20. It wasn't really a whole bunch of. I mean, they still have a couple that are a little bit on the older side, but these guys are legit 16, 17. And they still look like kids, but they're trying to ball.
Yeah.
No, and it does seem like there have been some changes because from the last game I saw them against was it
someone said it, Juninho and Marcelo, aren't they in the staff
no, they're in the academy.
They're in the academy. I don't think they're G2.
The Junior Gonzalez is in charge of those.
But in summary, like what I wanted to get to really, and from the last time I saw them to this game, and I caught briefs of the Phoenix, even the Phoenix game, there were moments. They seem to be working on the heavy touches because that was the thing. I don't know if you guys caught that on the chat that we have really with the guys a few weeks back that I was harping on the heavy touches. Like, damn, Sardes has fucking team. Like they do all this right shit and then the heavy fucking touch, and it's annoying. And it seems that they've been working on it. And at that age, these guys are picking that up. That's good. And then Romero, fuck man, I think he's nice. For how old is he? Like 17, 16?
Something like that. He listen, I say this much, right?
He has future for sure. I think
I'll say this much, like his fundamentals versus Benga's fundamentals. Right? Like that's
absolutely.
Like I think he has a lot of time to grow into a goalkeeper position, but he understands what he should be doing, and which I appreciate. Like he does simple stuff. Like he knows how to place his leg when he's putting his leg down to cover more space. He does a lot of like the newer, like really extending his legs to kind of cover more space. A lot of small stuff like that I really like from him. Again, I still don't think I don't think he's deserving of a fucking first place team. First team call up or anything like that.
I'm not asking for no. Listen, I'm not saying first team anytime soon, probably. But yeah, I think it's we have a solid G2 guy right now.
Yeah.
Right. And remember, we gotta remember this is a goalkeeper. Whatever his age is, whether that's even if he's like 21 or some shit, right? For the sake of conversation, keepers tend to really, really start shining later in their age, and they can play up to like 40 and still be pretty good. Obviously, the better goalies in the world, right? But there's more likelihood, when we're talking about numbers here, that you can play up to like 40, up to your late 30s. That's a real possibility.
Yeah, it was interesting. Again, Galaxy 2.
Apparently, he came from Pachuca. All right, I didn't know that.
Los Dos is really they're interesting. They're interesting to watch. It's very watchable right now. Even the game against Phoenix Rising, when I think I think that game specifically, the
Listen, I'm
Phoenix
gonna
Writers
say,
are just men.
yeah,
They're just
but I think they also played at 2 p.m. You know, in the heat
hot
here
as day.
in LA.
Yeah,
I
it was
think,
hot as day.
I think that's why they lost 4-1 because it was hot for them. They're not used to playing in the heat.
hot.
You know, being kids, you know, being Galaxy 2 in Southern California, I don't think they're accustomed to the heat. So I think, you know, Phoenix comes from a place that's 150 degrees every day. So that's why Phoenix Rising won because they're accustomed to the heat. That's why Galaxy 2 lost 4-1 on the day because it was played like at 2 or 3 p.m. That's what happened.
Let's move on to some a rumor, right? If there's more, please like drop them in and we'll talk about them. But Balotelli still getting linked to the Galaxy. I mean, you guys said it on the pregame. We talked about this in the first ever episode of Straight from the Stands.
Yeah,
almost 4 years ago now. Like we talked about Balotelli to LA.
It was still 30 years ago too.
And now he's back. Like, what do you guys make of this? Is there two things, right? Do you think there's anything there? And two, does he fit the team? Is there any way we could fit him in the team?
All right, right quick, hold on. I think Logan Jones, I don't know if he thinks I'm serious or not, but I was totally being sarcastic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It went over his head. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So look, man, I'm not against it. If he comes, I think he has a character. He has a fight that's gonna come and tear shit up. Does he have an attitude? And he could probably be another Zlatan that's gonna be missing games for yellow cards and red cards here and there. Yes, of course. But the thing is, the way we've bought players and the way we've put ourselves in a hole with Chicharito, where are we gonna put this for? Are we gonna go with two forwards? Our team doesn't play with two forwards. You know what I mean? So it's like, or you're gonna throw him on the wing, you're gonna put him center mid to create because superstars tend to do that in our teams in MLS. I mean, like, where's it gonna work? I don't see it. And then we have other positions that we need to worry about in this team. Yet we still want to get more forwards. So I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I'm all for it. Bring him. You know, he could probably slap a few LAFC fans and players around. I'll fucks with it. But other than that, I don't know. I don't see it.
Masa, Balotelli's kind of your guy, dog. Let me.
Where I got my name from?
Talk to me about him, dog. What are you thinking?
I just don't like. I agree with Chris. I don't see how it makes sense. But if Chicharito's gonna be out for who knows how long, bro.
Until his baby's born.
Listen, they already talked. He's scheduled back to practice this week, right? So hopefully by next week we'll see him play.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it, you know, but like Chris said, there's other positions that I think need to be addressed. So who knows? If it's on time though, fuck yeah, bring Balotelli, bro. Throw a little wrench in.
homie.
Angel, hit me with some wild shit though. What do you think of Balotelli?
Yeah. Look, I would love to say yes. I would love to say yes for a lot of reasons, right? What Chris said, everything he said. Listen, he's the type of dude that we're gonna be seeing. He lit his house on fire yet, and I love that shit. Like we need some controversy around here sometimes, you know, and that's okay. Like that's fine. Like it's okay. Some news here and there, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal, right? And listen, I saw on Twitter that some people were saying, you know, it's not Super Mario anymore. Listen, I keep track of him and I follow him. Listen, I was still watching some of his games at Nice. I know what the fuck's going on at Brescia, but Brescia has their own issues. It has nothing to do with Balotelli. They have a bunch of shit going on over there. And a lot of it has to do that they're salty that Atalanta, their biggest rival, is actually doing fucking well. Yeah. Right? So Brescia has their own issues. Plus, he's gone through a lot of shit, man. My man's gone through a lot of shit.
Why always me? Why always me?
Right, but not just that, like, you know, all the racism shit that he has to endure.
Oh yeah,
having to endure. I mean, being the only black guy to ever play for the Italian national team and having to go through a lot of shit. He's gone through a lot, man, and he still managed to win titles. He still managed to do a lot. He's worthy of a lot. Listen, I think he's definitely worth a chance here in LA with the Galaxy. I think I would argue that he's probably would be the best forward in the league, right? In his best day. I understand that there's a lot in lack of motivation. And the question would be if GBS can get something out of him. But this is where my no comes. Do we have the money to pay him? Because I don't want to spend, and I would love to spend a lot of money, let's say tamable money, right, on Balotelli, right? Tamable money. But the problem is that he only plays one role. He's not versatile. So it's kind of similar to what we said to Higuain. There's some redundancy there with with um with um Chicharito, right? Obviously, they're two different type of forwards, but ideally they're both center strikers, different types of center strikers or center forwards. But I'm not expecting Balotelli to play on the wing. I'm not expecting Chicharito to play on the wing, right? And obviously we still have a need. Now we'll get into this game now, but long term we still need a cam and potentially maybe a CB. Now we've said this on the pod before. We can still make a do with the current backline that we have. You know, if they can run a string of decent games and get some confidence, we can band-aid that backline together. So I still think we need to go for that cam. Now, if there is a concern that Chicharito can fucking pull his, I don't know, or tear whatever the
His
fuck
wop?
is, yeah, whatever, right? Whatever is hurting him. Whatever is hurting him. Like if his WAP doesn't get wet anymore, if that's what the issue is, I don't know, right? But my thing, maybe the G's are not expecting, but anticipating, like, hey, let's say Chicharito's comebacks next week, and he gets hurt again. Then what? And people were now saying, well, we have Ethan Zubek. Listen, I get what Ethan Zubek this game, but let's also be realistic what he's done before that. For Zubek to be the guy, he's going to have to keep earning it, not just off of one game. It's going to have to be an ongoing thing. But if we want to guarantee goals, then that makes sense.
I don't. So fair. Everything's
But
fair. Everything's fair. Everything's fair.
Yeah, but net is, if there's a legitimate concern for Chicharito potentially getting injured again in the longer term, then yes, it makes sense to bring Mario Balotelli. It absolutely makes sense.
But then, if that's the case, are we patching up a Chicharito issue for 4 years? Come on now.
Right. Which is, again, if we're talking about picture, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I get that.
I don't even like it for. I'm sorry.
But no, yeah, but it's something I'll bring up later in the chat about Chicharito's contract and the type of signing he was. It's like what even Glenn says that, oh, if he's available, he's coming. Is that the type of Galaxy we want? This guy's available. Let's get him.
Well, listen, I don't know. I don't know if you heard the last few podcasts, but this has been something I've been talking about a lot recently. Is like, fuck these stopgap signings, right? Fuck these band-aid signings. Like let me say my piece about Balotelli. Like, I wouldn't want Balotelli. Right, I wouldn't want Balotelli just because I think he's going to be more drama than he's worth. Listen again. Look, my opinion. My opinion.
Listen,
This is my opinion. My opinion.
That's
Right, like you guys say your piece. This is my opinion.
Yeah, okay.
I think he'd be like. Listen, it's more of a. It's more of like he's going to be in the news and just whatever comments more than what I feel he could give to us in the field, and that like I'm done with that. Like I don't want that. I want long-term signings. You know what I mean? I want 3-4 years down the line. I want these younger players. I don't give a shit if their name is not as big. But even Balotelli, like marketing value behind Balotelli, there's some there, but I don't think it's like I don't think it takes it to the next level. Like I don't think his marketing value is that good. To be honest, right? Like anymore, I don't think he's there anymore. So honestly, to me, like hard pass on him. Again,
and something I see from him, dude, 100%, and I guarantee if he comes, dude, is he's a big game player. Meaning when we play, I don't even want to call them sorry teams, but the boring games like RSL, you know,
Colorado.
So like he ain't gonna fucking show up. You know, yeah, he'll probably score a hat trick in the derbies against San Jose or against, you know, these teams that we hate, but the other thing he's gonna probably give 2 fucks about. And we really want that, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
I don't know, man. A lot of people were hesitant about Zlatan coming here, and he was available, and they brought him. So
no, but I'm not saying
Balotelli's that level, but I mean, I still think Balotelli could give you something, bro.
The hesitation between Zlatan was he was coming off of that crazy knee injury, right? He had played for 9 months.
Been injured though.
No, I know. Listen, and that's what I'm saying. My reason for not wanting him is because I don't think he's a good player. I don't think he's where he was at one point. I don't think he's worth the drama that he potentially brings. My opinion, right? I think we both. I think we disagree on this, which is fine.
You know why it might be Balotelli in? Because I've seen so many people say that Higuaín in, and when Balotelli was brought up, they have like this bad like image of, I guess, Balotelli, and they're like, Balotelli, no. I could tell you right now, I would take Balotelli over Higuaín any day of the week.
Absolutely, hands down. You know what? Because people don't know who the fuck Balotelli is. They just know that one thing he did it with Man City here against Galaxy, and that's all they know about him. They never watched.
I remember that what's the World Cup he went to when he scored that banger on Germany from like outside the box?
I think that was a Euro. I think it was
Yeah,
a
bro.
Euro. Euro.
It was
That
a
shit was
yeah,
fire.
dude. Like that guy's quality, dude. He's a good player, but
Can I pass on both?
there's a big question there, you know.
Okay. Listen, and then the thing is, like, I don't see that there's I don't see Balotelli nor Higuain how they like just come in and fit into a team without having the team have to adjust to them, right? And I know necessarily like I want the team to adjust to them. I don't think they bring that much value that you have to adjust the team to them. Again, this is my opinion, and I think obviously I think all three of you guys are cool with him coming in, and I'm the only one that's not. So there's my wild opinion.
I'm still like
Yeah, me too. I'm not.
I'm not sold on it, and I think it's more if Chicharito, if the Galaxy legit think that Chicharito can get fucked up again, something will happen to him, then we need that guy, right?
Yeah.
If that's not the case, Chicharito is going to be back and he's going to be healthy, which I hope. At the end of the day, I hope. Then it doesn't make sense to bring him. But the one thing that I will say is what Masa said. If a lot of you are like, oh yeah, Higuain, yeah, fuck you. Then Balotelli first, and then Higuain, if that's the case.
Yeah, hands down.
Either way,
If we're gonna bring another striker for the same money. Shit, sign Balotelli up because Higuain's not gonna give me a 40-yard fucking dash that Balotelli could give me. You feel me?
once or twice a game.
Hmm.
All right. Any other rumors? Any other rumors? Do you guys want to talk about the Alan Franco to America right now?
We could talk about that.
I didn't even realize that was a thing until I started here in the chat.
Yeah, I seen it on Twitter earlier today.
Popped up today, or earlier today, probably like 4 or 5 hours ago.
Do you guys think a Galaxy should put pressure and try to?
I mean, at this point,
Nah, fuck that. Just let him go and we get Paul Aguilar, dog. Fuck
at this point, it's not possible, though. If America want him, they're gonna outpay us.
Yeah,
and they're probably gonna drop the money. Because if we were to drop the money, then Alan Franco's gonna have to possibly be a DP.
Well, yeah, because it's 6 million. That's what America's offering right now, 6 million.
So,
and that
I mean, we're not
makes
gonna match. We have to, we have to let it go. We didn't sign him when they were trying to, because Independiente didn't want to. Bitch ass fools, Racing as fuck. But it's not gonna happen now, especially after a team like that wants a lot of money. Yeah. I mean, it's offering a lot of money. It shit ain't gonna happen.
Well, that's also remember they have that fool from United Rojo right now, which they're probably gonna keep, right? He went back to United right now, but they're probably gonna bring him back on loan again, and that's like the patch up for Franco right there. Like, so it's obvious they're probably trying to get rid of Franco. So
I can see it. Nope, and then
he was gonna be good here anyways. He's from Independiente. He's trash. So don't worry about it. He's good.
Yeah, Racing boys.
And just
Racing only.
Just for shits and giggles. What about Antonio Valencia to the Galaxy? Yeah, and I don't think there's any traction behind this one.
I've been asking for this for years, bro.
I'll still take him.
Have you guys seen him like post United? Has he still been balling post United?
He looks the same, Doug.
Yeah,
looks the same.
Is like
he's complete, bro.
Bro, he's still ball out here.
Yeah. Listen, I think Antonio Valencia falls right into that Ashley Cole category, right, where at their age could still put in performances for MLS. So I wouldn't mind him at all. I think that'd be, and plus Antonio Valencia could definitely be a leader in the back.
Hey Chris, you were wrong by the way. Rojo went to Ciantes, not Independiente, and they're not buying him.
I saw that.
You don't know shit. Just like George, perfect.
It's like George, I'm playing the part.
Yeah, you're playing the part.
All right, boys. Let's get into why we're here today. Let's talk about this game on Saturday. So from the jump, right? Let's talk about the lineup. I know we had conversations about what we thought should happen and how we saw it happening.
I forgot to go get my tea. I was gonna get tea packs for all four of us, and I'll say you guys get some water so we can drink our tea right quick. I got some shit to say right quick.
So let's get with the lineup. Bingham at goal, like we all knew that. We had Insu and Fulcher. Why we called that? Dupuis. He got the start. He got the start, which I was happy with, and it was with Steres, which I was happy to see because I made a point last week that I wanted to see him with Steres. So glad they came out. Kitchen and Corona out in the midfield, obviously because Jonah wasn't fit for 90 minutes, and Legit as Cam. I think that was close enough to what we called with Jonah not being there. I think that's what we called. But here's what it gets interesting. We got one out, one wing, and then we had Araujo on the other side. And
I called that though. I think I said Araujo was going to play the wing.
And our striker was Subak.
Subak.
So before we get into the game, especially Chris, because you weren't here to kind of comment on the lineup or the predicted lineup, what do you think about this lineup? How did it make you feel when you saw the lineup?
I thought it sucked. It looked like a boring lineup to me, to be honest. It looked like it was just patching it up, whatever we didn't have. But
Mhm.
I honestly was completely wrong when I started seeing them play. But it just it falls back to, I guess they just show up for this game and they want to play with heart and they want to do everything possible. But
Yeah.
from the get go, I didn't think that the game that I saw, I didn't think that this was possible with this lineup.
Yeah. Masa Angel, what do you guys think when you see this lineup? You get the alert,
That shit
lineup's
was
out.
jokes because
We're together.
we were together, right? And I pull up the lineup, and the lineup that I had was before the Galaxy dropped their lineup, like the
Yeah,
one
yeah,
on
yeah.
IG.
Yeah.
So it's a 4-4-2, right? And they have Pavon and the Jet up top, and then they have Zubak on the right wing, and they have Araujo on the other wing. I'm like, yo, this lineup is wrong, but these are starting 11. I told Angel. So he gets off. He was already heated. Angel was fucking pissed. Dog. I'm like, relax,
Yeah,
dog.
lineup was all stupid.
He was like, yo, regardless of the players, these players are fucking. This is not what I wanted to see. So then I pulled up the Galaxy lineup like probably 2 minutes after, and I look how it's set up, and I was like, okay, this is not bad. That's exactly what I said. This is not bad. This is doable. Like this team, we can do it. The only iffy shit I was about was Subak, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I told Angel, look, he's gonna fucking score today. He's gonna do it on this game. Like I'm telling you. And then Angel's all fucking pissed, bro. Like, yo, why the fuck is this motherfucker playing? I'm like, chill, dog. It's not that bad. Like, it's about to be game time. Let's go watch this fucking game. And then I let Angel continue, dog. The fool was fucking hot the whole time.
Not the whole time. Right, because eventually Masa talked some sense to me, like, "Yo, got to trust in GPS," right? Because and this is why I say I was gonna get my tea for this exact moment. I was gonna wait for Masa to set it up, because for the longest, all four of us, including George, have been supporting GPS. Right,
Mm-hmm.
everyone has been GPS out, DTK out. By the way, DTK, you guys need to go check the Extra Time Radio. I listened to it earlier today.
It's
I
good.
can't remember. Yeah,
I
he
heard it
talks
too.
about and this is exactly what we talk about DTK. When we're like, oh, DTK out, DTK out. Listen, it's evident that he understands that the results have been trash, but he talks about short term, midterm, and long term, all three in the entire conversation. And it's evident on there that it's implied if you read between the lines that there's an understanding that last year was what we've been saying for the longest, a bandit to try to help Zlatan win,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which is why we had players like Antuna, like even he even mentioned Sandrini, and obviously we mentioned the Katai thing from this year. There's a few things there, right? But at no point, even when the guys ask him, is there any feeling of GPS out, right? And not one point he has complete faith in him, and he GBS. I mean, DTK is very clear in saying that GBS is probably the biggest self-critic out of everyone. He understands the magnitude of the situation. He understands what's going on. Now back to why I said I needed my tea. Because for the one fucking moment that I decide, damn, should I really start questioning DTK? Like, are these dumbass Galaxy fans actually correct? Am I wrong? Am I actually wrong for once? Listen, I was upset, and not necessarily in the Zubak thing. It was more so the Araujo thing. Because Zubak, I get it. Like, he's a forward. He understands, even if he's not good, at least mentally he understands what he should be doing, right? It's the Araujo thing to me. I still was not happy with it. But again, I understand the fight. I understand the whole concept. But in my mentality, and we'll get to it obviously when the time comes, is he really going to give me that offensive threats that I need from him? Right? He proved it in the MLS Backers tournament that oftentimes he couldn't do it. Right? Obviously, this game was slightly different. I mean, it depends on what you talk about his creed. I mean, listen, 2 assists, right? So he made it happen. Yep. He made it happen somehow.
Can't argue that.
But I'm not even gonna argue. Like, this is, and I'm gonna stick by my guns. Like, that is the one position to me that's still an ongoing issue, and it's not based on this one result. It's because he's not a true right winger, right? But obviously we have that already. And Yoni, we know he's coming. Yeah. It's right now on a temporary band-aid, and that's the one thing that must have said to me. It's like, chill, Yoni's coming. This is a band-aid. Like, trust in GPS. I'm like, all right, you're right. So I got more relaxed at that point. But that's what I'm telling you. Like, the one time, like, I'm starting to question GPS about his shit. This motherfucker
shut you up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not even shut me. Like, he's like, Angel, you really doubting me? Like, bro, you doubting me? I got you. These Galaxy fans that want me out are stupid. I got you. It took care of us.
Yeah,
So
listen, same boat, right? Like when I seen it, uh, now I'm on the opposite side of the boat of you because I didn't mind Araujo, right? Because I knew he was gonna fight, right? So I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting the two assists by no means, but I knew he was gonna fight. I knew he was gonna put in a tackle. I knew he was gonna give it his all because he always
well,
does,
of
regardless, right?
course, but that's not
So
where my issues have been, and
no,
you
no,
know
no,
that.
no.
You know
Yeah,
what my
yeah.
issues. I have
Listen,
no
I'm
issues
not.
with this fight. All right, cool.
What I'm saying is like that was good enough for me, right? Like which in your case is not good enough for you. Like for me, it was good enough. Like so, I wasn't mad at that. Subak on top though, that was still questionable to me because I was like, yo, can we not, I mean, if you don't want to destroy the rest of your lineup, throw fucking Wild up there. Let that fool go crazy because that fool has pace, he has energy, right? So I was bugging out, like why Subak? We seen what Subak could do. We know what he could do. Like why him? Again, it was just 20 minutes later when I realized like, oh fuck, I don't know shit.
Yeah, well, listen, he had a moment again later in the game. If it wasn't for that goal,
we'll bring it up. We'll bring it
you
up.
know,
Though.
he
We'll
missed.
bring it up.
Listen.
Regardless,
bring it up.
so yeah, I mean, I again, even with the lineup though, the way it was with Subak there, again, Subak was like my biggest like hesitation there. I thought this was good enough to put up a fight.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was gonna be. I didn't think it was gonna be like a dominant display or like something we're gonna run away with. But I thought it was like, all right, we can fight with this. And if they don't fuck up like in the 60th minute and let 4 goals in, like there's a chance we could get out here with a point. That's what I said when it first started.
You know what I was excited about too? Pavon was playing on the wing, dog. And you
Oh
cannot
yeah,
tell me that
hell
did
yeah,
not make a big ass difference.
Oof,
Because
bro.
He has freedom there,
Jesus
man.
Christ,
That
dog,
fool,
you
he
can't
runs.
stop him, bro. On either wing,
Yeah.
he
Dog,
takes you
even
to the end line and fucks you, bro.
in the second half, just alone, and because you mentioned it, and so we don't forget, what was it? Was it Blessing? The one Blessing is quick as fuck. Blessing couldn't even keep up with him.
Smoked him,
Well,
bro.
listen,
Smoked him.
I do have thoughts on that though. But let's get into it. The game kicks off,
Cool.
and the game kicks off, and it's a slow paced game, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was a slow paced game, which I think benefited the G's, right? At least in the initial game, the start of the game, I felt it was slow paced. But the one thing I did see was a lot of intention for a tackle, right? These boys were not fucking tracking back or like running with the players. They were putting in tackles, causing fouls when they had to, making it uncomfortable for them to receive the ball and turn. And when I seen that early on, I was like, oh, this is good. This is good. This is good, right? Because if you like what I've noticed with LAFC is like if you let them touch the ball, turn around, and look for a pass, they can ping a pass.
Well,
Right.
here's the thing, dog. That I didn't like from previous clásicos or fucking Tráfico games.
Mm-hmm.
That our defenders respect Carlos Vela too much, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And this motherfucker, dog, Nick DePew, comes in and does not hesitate to go 100% and go get the fucking ball. He does not give anyone time to think. Shout out to Insua too. I think
Yeah.
he did the
Yeah, for
same.
sure.
He did the same thing on that left side when they were attacking our left side. They didn't have time to. No, none of our defenders took a step back and waited. It was like, no, we're gonna make
Yeah.
you fucking
Uncomfortable.
uncomfortable,
Yeah.
and they did that. And when
Yeah.
they went in, at least from what I saw from Depew, that motherfucker went in and he went in 100%, and he went in for the ball all the time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yo, that
I
shit was
do want to
amazing.
see that though, that type of energy, and I'm not giving those fools a fucking excuse, but I want to see like with an informed Vela, because I mean we all can agree that that guy he's a baller. I mean I agree that Vela's a good fucking player, but this is probably his first game back in what like 3-4 months. You know what I mean?
But listen,
So
this
I'm not
this
I
giving.
know, but hold on.
this is a
But my
team that
understanding is that Vela's still in shape, though. My understanding is not that he was never out of shape.
nah,
One
but
thing
but,
is,
but it's game
but he's
rhythm
been
though.
playing.
It's game rhythm though.
Well, okay, that
Bailey
could
was a
be
big
fair,
thing.
but this team knows how he plays. He's been playing with the same fucking team for 3 years. So that's not an excuse. Fuck
No,
that.
it's game rhythm. But I can fuck with that. But even with that being said, even with the Vela like under par Vela, right? The team still filled their Rossi and Rodriguez, and they had K in the midfield. Like this, they had Blessing in the midfield. Like this team is
Yeah, that's
But
why
with
they
those
should've-
players that put in work on us and gave us an ass whooping of 6-2 just a month ago without Vela, right? So like even with that being said, like even with Vela being there or not, like
Everybody else was in shape.
the tackles
Oh, I
these fools were,
understand that, yeah.
like the fact that these fools were on their heels every single time, just chopping them. And I think it might have been Angel or George was mentioned last week. They got to get physical. They got to get real physical, and I think they did that, right? And it wasn't even like on some like cynical
It wasn't
body
dirty.
physical.
It was like, no, we're just gonna play strong, and that's okay. Like, no one's listen. I know we joke, right? Saying go fucking break Carlos Vela's leg, whatever. I get this joke. It's not gonna happen. At the end of the day, it's not gonna happen. It's
I mean, it didn't
They broke his
have
knee.
to. It was,
well, no,
No.
right.
half his wop was
MCL,
hurting, dog. Fuck
yeah.
that fool.
No, but what I mean, like, they're not intentionally maliciously going out there to intently hurt a player, right? Regardless of what happens in the game, it's all it's physical. But be strong. Like
Yeah.
I'm not telling you, hey, listen. Well, yes, I'm telling you, fucking drop kick Chris Wondolowski all day, every day. Obviously, I know it's not gonna happen. Go to this shit, Carlos Vela, drop kick him in the throat, like whatever. I'll say that all day, every day. But we know they won't. What we mean by that is this: what happened in this game.
Yeah.
Be physical. Go in for every single tackle. When you go in, you no vayas como mamita, which like Rudy says all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. But for this game, listen, you gotta go in.
Meterle
gotta-
toda
you
la
gotta let
galleta, toda la galleta.
exactly. You gotta let them know, like, sorry, homie, it's not gonna happen like this today. What happened last game? Guess what? It's gonna be a lot harder for you to, and that's okay. That's what they gotta do. And again, clean. That's what it was. To me, I don't think there was a real fucking foul from the Galaxy at all. If I think the more malicious fouls were from LAFC.
Yeah, and you know what's super? Like I gotta give a big nod to fucking GBS for this because he also gave up the wings when they were defending. Like he let them have that space,
Yeah.
right? Because these guys like to one touch in, right? Like they go out and then they come right back into the middle. So they let them be out wide and say you're not gonna have that pass or that easy pass back to the middle, right? Because every single time the pass came back into the middle, whether it was the midfield of Corona and Kitchen and Leggett trying to kick people, or was Fulcher and the Fulcher the whole backline trying to put in tackles. So I gotta
Lompok 13, all that shit got me.
I gotta give credit to GBS for the tactical awareness to give up the wide area, and it could have been a risk, right? Because we seen Felcher get taken out wide before, but the fact that he gave it up and the team kind of responded to that and understood the game, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see, right? Like I want to see GBS have a fucking idea, have a plan, and I think he showed
another
it.
thing though, like Rudy, you said we gave up the wings, but we're also pressing a little higher up the middle. Right, so we weren't giving. They like to. Sure, I understand they do the wings, but you mentioned K. You already mentioned Blessing. Down the middle. That's a norm for them. We know they like to play that route. How many times did you see Perry Kitchen quick on Blessing, quick on K? How many times did you see the shit on? Same thing with Corona. Even at Jet a few times. Like they were going in and they were barely giving in times. And the times that Vela or Rossi got their balls respectively, either down the left or down the middle. Fucking Depew was already there. He was already there. It's like this.
Well, listen, I think the midfield being so defensively aware and putting in tackles allowed the defense to read the game, right? So by the time they got past the midfield, because there's already been some, they already stopped the play from fully developing in the midfield. It gets out wide. The defense already read the play and they're out there. You know what I mean? I legit think like the whole backline kind of got that and kind of read that very well. Depew's in a different level though. Let's talk about Depew for a second, because my guy, I don't think he misplaced or he did no wrong in this game. Like he was so on top of his shit. I mean, slide tackle at the edge of the box, and there was never a doubt that was like it was all ball and it was full on and it was fucking sexy.
Isn't it crazy that this fool was a forward?
Yeah.
So like what was it, maybe a year ago since he came to G2?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. And to read a game like the way he has been, I'm impressed. I was like, damn, dude. Like it might be his striker instinct.
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
Listen,
And
but
that's
he
what I was
read
telling
it. He
Massa.
reads it
Like,
so well.
yeah, and I was telling Massa then we were talking. Listen, Massa can quote me. I said, I'm getting a Depew jersey. That's it. Like it's happening. Did I not say that shit in your house, Massa? Getting that shit, dog. Fuck that shit. But we said this like this is where I was starting to question, GBS. If I didn't see more Depew, I was gonna have real concerns. Because we saw what he did for us in the preseason. We saw what he did for us in the first 2 games of this regular season. And we've been out here saying it's irrelevant who plays him, if it's Steris or if it's people. He's that good. I generally think he's that good, and he showed it this fucking game. Steris to me was irrelevant this game. And it's not a bad thing, not necessarily a bad thing, but I didn't really see him putting in the tackles on the players.
No.
I think he was more there as a sweeper really than a stopper. And I'm fine with that. I have no issue with it. Steris did nothing wrong with this game.
Yeah.
That's fine. Like he didn't do anything wrong. Before anyone thinks I'm trying to go at Steris, that's not the case at all. Not at all. I still have my concerns with Bigham, but we'll talk about that later. But Steris, listen, this is what I'm saying. To me, Steris or people is kind of irrelevant. I think I'll give Steris the edge just because of the language thing, right? There will be no language barrier between Depew unless Depew is fluent in Spanish. I don't know, or Italian. I don't know. But the Steris or people, I don't give a fuck who it is. But Depew has to be in there. And if this didn't solidify that, I don't know what will. Because
I see
I mean,
shades of Berhalter there, man. Honestly, talking
With him?
truth, I see shades of Berhalter there, dude.
Yeah.
Like that
I-
guy,
I-
he's good, dude.
Because he's intelligent. Because he's
Yeah.
intelligent when he plays defense. Like, and I like it. I like it a lot. And just to kind of, put a little more weight on this, I think the partnership with Stairs is clutch. Like, because again, you said it right. You didn't see much. Well, I don't think you saw him being as active as Depew, but I think that was by design, right? Like, where like
I don't think it's a design though.
I don't think it
I
was
think
designed either.
I think the Pew just wants the ball
Yeah.
every time. It goes back to when we saw him play the
agree.
first couple games. He's the one that always on the attack. If the ball's in the air, he's winning that shit.
Yeah.
And Stairs don't have it in him.
No,
Just
no,
like
but
don't
I
have it
honestly,
in
but listen.
Let me
Again,
hear you, Rudy. Let me hear you.
I think it's by design, right? And I think it's by design because of that, right? It's obvious who's the more eager one to put in a tackle and win a ball. So when you pair him up with that and you let Stairs have less of that, and you just let him kind of roam and kind of really get his footing for whatever it is when he's needed, I think it works for him best, right? And I think maybe that's a problem with people because people wants to kind of attack the ball more, right? So if you have two of those, maybe that's disconnect. But again, right?
Fair, that's understandable.
I'm just gonna say like
understandable. I get what you're saying, and that makes sense.
in my point of view, I think I like for my liking, I like this pairing a lot more than I do people. Regardless, though, I think the back four put a performance. Keeper though, let's talk about the keeper for 1 second. Just so I could bring this up because this happened before the goal.
Jesus
So Bingham had gotten the ball a few times, when pass back, and he was able to distribute the ball not pretty well. He was always going to the left, but he was all connecting these passes, which was fine. But by the third time he did it, he put the shit on the chest of it was Brian Fernandez, right? Or Rodriguez.
Nah, it was Rodriguez. Yeah.
Right, Brian Rodriguez. They put it on his chest.
That was a pass. That was a pass.
It was a
Luckily,
little
that
too
was an
strong.
idiot, dog.
Dog, but like on his chest. I mean, on his fucking chest, guy. Like it's 20 yards out, like on his chest. Oh man, I just.
Oh,
If
you
I'm
know
the
what?
coach, I'm the coach,
We
man.
didn't talk about Baby Klinsmann.
Hold on, I mean, should we? You guys want to talk about now?
No.
Well,
No. We're in the game. We're in the game. I don't want to go back to that. We can talk about it. We can talk about it post. We can talk about it post because I did not talk about him.
all right,
we
you know
talk
what?
post.
I'm just say one phrase. Bingham is trash. That's all.
Bingham is trash. Bingham is
Bingham
trash.
is
Listen, and it has to be frustrating for GBS, right? Because if that leads to a goal, we're now down a goal, and I think it changes LAFC's approach to shit, right?
Oh, it changes the game completely. The dynamic would have been the opposite.
Just think if that shit would have popped him in the head instead, and that ball would have bounced back into goal, dog. A couple feet higher, dog. That shit would have been a wrap. 1-0 down.
It is incredible to me that he's a starter, dog, for the LA Galaxy. You know what I mean? I'll stand by.
For how much longer? That's the question.
Listen, let's talk. Yeah, listen, and that's the shit though, right? Like, because this team wants to play a certain way, it exposes him so much. You know what I mean? If the team was more of a direct team where it's like it's out, and it's not trying to like control the ball and look for like the right way out, is just going forward, and he could block some shots. I think he blocked some shots, right? But because the team,
I'm sorry, I meant to say Bingham is fucking trash. There, sorry, Logan Jones, my bad.
Because the team tries to play this way where it's coming out the back, where it's trying to have more possession of the ball, like, it just exposes him so bad, and he's not it. But let's move forward. You know what? Like, so up until the goal, I don't think there was many scoring opportunities for either team. It was a game that was, again, the Galaxy made it dirty in the midfield by putting in a lot of tackles, but not necessarily creating nothing too close. I will say I did like their approach where they were direct. They were direct when they needed to, when they saw openings to have whether it was Araujo or Pavon or even Subak was in space, they'll boot it up there and see if they can make anything out of it. But they, it wasn't a lot. Like before the goal, I didn't see too much. I was like, that's the way to break them, right? Like it was just a lot of half chances there, in my opinion. Would you guys disagree with that?
No, I think you're right. I think you're spot on.
And then we get this corner, because it comes off a corner, but it was not a direct corner, right? Or was it a throw in?
It was us trying to go forward.
Yeah, and
Legit. Shout out to legit dog. Instead of actually passing it back, he tried to go on attack, and it bounced off of one of the defenders and it went out to corner.
It's a corner, right? So, but they played that start out in the corner,
yeah.
It was out
which
on the
we
wing. Yeah,
which we don't take. We don't take. I don't know if we don't take it or point is it comes back to Araujo out wide. Everybody's
Nah,
still
so,
kind of.
so legit, it was a corner. Legit gets it to Pavon, and then Pavon passes to Araujo.
But it wasn't taken like we used to take the corners into the box. It was more of a play, right? Because it
Yeah, it was
was
like
it was a play.
Yeah,
a
looks
play.
like it was a play.
And it worked, perfectly because LAFC's defense just fell asleep, right? Because you had Depew, Subak, and somebody else. I think it was Kitchen.
Yeah,
It was Steris was there and
Oh,
Rolf.
Steris?
All four of them. So
it was like four of our
and
players
that's
against
what I was getting
one.
to. Well, yeah, because if you look at the play again, and again, we've been talking. It's like fucking broken record shit. LAFC defense is as garbage. Actually, right now our defense is better because we got the shutout. So fuck you. But LAFC's defense is garbage, especially on set plays. Kudos to the coaching staff for the Galaxy for realizing, hey, on set pieces, wow, set pieces, they struggle. And it was more so, hey, maybe LAFC worked on this, so let's mix it up a bit. Let's not go direct from a corner. Let's spread them out a little. Let's see what they do. They see three of our players here, right? That's why the Jet touches it short to Kichan then touches it to Araujo to give that ball in the back end. Go look at that play again. Quick pause right before Araujo gives that cross in. There's like 4 or 5 LAFC players more in the direction of the three attacking players, right? Because you see that Jet there.
They were gonna move forward.
Right, exactly. And they only really leave like 1 or 2, actually defending the cross, right? So I don't know if they were not expecting for Araujo to put in the cross or what the deal was, but we're talking about I think it might have been just 1, like 1 or 2 LAFC players are defending on 4 guys, or 5 may have been.
And they were
right?
behind them too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, the 2 LAFC players were one was right in the mix against 4, and then the other was just slightly in front. So you had Steris behind. So it was, I think the first one to miss it, if I'm not mistaken, may have been
Rolf.
Yeah, Rolf was the first to miss it. Yeah, Rolf I think was the first one to miss it. Obviously we know the second one that got to it was Zubak, but then you still had fucking too. Yeah, and then Steris was right. Literally, Steris was right there. So if Zubak would miss it, if anything would have hit Steris' face at worst, and then if not, you had the fourth in the back, right? If that would not have been a goal, holy shit! Like,
don't even go there. Don't even go there. It was a goal. It was a goal.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if we already had one person miss, and Rolf, if you can tell me that 3 more are gonna miss, holy shit,
but it didn't happen. Don't give yourself. Don't give yourself ulcers. It didn't happen.
Right. Thankfully, it didn't happen. So and look, credit to Zubak. Fuck yeah, he did what he had to do.
Yeah,
but that's I think that was a play that was drawn up by the squad. If that's the case, again, kudos to GPS and Co for realizing, hey, LAFC sucks with set pieces. In case they did practice corners, let's change it up really quick. But let's keep that. Right?
Listen, even
having an idea,
even if it wasn't set up because they're trash at set pieces, the fact that they brought something different, where it wasn't just another cross, right? Like I'll give them that much. And again, the bar is low this year because it has been. So I that type of play kind of gets me up because it's a good play. It's a good play. They figured out to completely nullify the defense, right? Yeah. Because as you were mentioning, there's 4 people in there, 4 different opportunities to score that goal. Subak gets up there, gets up nice, and redirects his, dime is a dime, and happy for him. I'm not listen as much shit as we gave him, as we bashed him a little bit, but I'm happy for him. He got that goal, you know what I mean, and I'm sure
happy for
that has to feel good for him. He, coming up from los dos to actually getting his first goal in
MLS goal, yeah.
versus this team in a game that I think means a lot for the team itself, for the club, for the season. So I'm really happy for him. It was well taken, and that puts us in a good position. I mean, at 1-0 in a game doesn't change much. The dynamic of the game doesn't change much. I was actually a little scared when they scored, right? Because I was like, oh, is this what it takes for LFC to wake up, right?
Sometimes it happens too. It happened in the tournament, right? We scored.
Well, with them, we went back and forth until they canceled the third goal and they came back and they got that.
But it happens sometimes. Like you score and they jump right on us because we settle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it didn't. Like, and you know what? And the one thing that didn't change at all was the intensity and the way we're defending, right? Like, I mean, we mentioned the tackles, and those kept coming throughout the first half. Going into the half at at 1-0, how are you guys feeling about that
Oh
1-0?
man, listen, and thank God I'm happy. I'm gonna start doing this more often, watching games with people, because then they can act. Sometimes like
Back
I'm
you
the
up?
part of it. Yeah, and sometimes I say these things, they're like, "Oh, you don't know, like you sure you did, sure you did." Masa, what was I telling Nathan? And see, Nathan's already asking questions about games. He wants me to explain things to him, right? So he was asking, well, why is not Jonathan playing? Like, and I had to explain to him, he just came back from an injury. This is what GBS's idea is, blah blah blah. And I told him, and Masa was there, like, listen, it's okay if Jonathan is there. All this team needs to do is have a result. And this is right before the game started. We need to get a result by halftime. Whether if that's a tie or even if we're down, just keep it close, right? 1-0 or
Yeah.
2-1, whatever it is. Keep it close going into the half, because we know we have Jonathan on the bench. One thing that we haven't had before is knowing that we have something on the bench. We even had Kleshton on the bench that could have come in to potentially make a difference. He has the experience. So I told him, and Masa, it's proof here. We just need to keep something close, right? Just keep it close, and we'll be fine. Obviously, we go into the half 1-0. I think it was the collective in that household that we were going to win that game. There's not a doubt.
No shit.
But on top of the
Masa,
1-0, they really didn't have good chances.
Yeah.
Like if you look at
well,
first half
right.
highlights of that game,
Absolutely.
there was nothing
They
clear.
didn't. Yeah, absolutely. I don't even think they had a single shot on goal, right?
They had
Honestly,
one.
I think their best chance may have been Bingham given an opportunity to do something that they didn't,
Yeah. No, for
right?
sure.
But and I bring that up because same thing, Masa. I had the same feeling, and it was that it's a boost of confidence. Like, we know we have Jonathan on the bench. Now, obviously, God forbid, and he would have came in and gone back down, right? Thankfully, that didn't happen. But even then, going to the half, I think Masa felt the same way. I felt the same way. Alice felt the same way. Nathan felt the same way. Like, everyone was like, Galaxy's gonna win this shit. And that we felt
wild.
like that. Yeah, and we didn't even we didn't even expect Jonathan to even come in as a sub, like straight from the 45. It's just that feeling like, no, we're gonna win, because there's this level of confidence. The fact that we're up a goal, even if they tie it 1-1, we're still having arguably our best. You know what? Our current our field general come into the fucking match. That to me speaks volume. While they'll have players coming out, there's best players coming out. Our best players be coming in. Now, I say best player, that's gonna own that midfield. Obviously, I'm not talking about Pavon. That's a whole different story. I'm talking about that centerpiece that can give this team something different. Right?
To me, I didn't expect that, right? Because this is the first game where not only they got to take the lead and they ended up winning, but it also was a team game, right? It's LAFC versus the G's. This is the G's versus LAFC. Like, these games have been stupid. Every single game has been mad stupid, where like it doesn't end the way you might think it ends. There's always something in this game. So I expected that from this game, right? I expected this from the game. And the worst part about it is that I wasn't, even with the performance of the first half, I wasn't confident with this team. So I was expecting it to go bad for us.
Right before we went to halftime, I was like, I was a little nervous. I was like, damn, man, we need to make it to halftime with the 1-0. And I was telling Angel, man, I wish there was no fucking halftime right now. I just wish we could.
Oh yeah, he did.
I was like, I wish we could just play this shit out, because the way this game is going, this shit's gonna end like this. We're gonna end up winning like this. I was like, man, I hope there's no fucking halftime, because you got time to, regroup, talk. This is what you need to do, and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
But second half comes in, and usually 5 minutes into the game, you're like, 5 minutes into the next half, I was like, all right, it's a little more of the same. I think we have control of this fucking game. I think the midfield's on point. And,
yeah. I think it starts second half too. Like, so I think first half of one that we try to find them out wide and with space so you can make something happen. I think second half of one started to kind of link up more with Subak. Right, there was intention of linking up with Subak on giving goals, just creating more room. I remember right before the goal
I'm glad
happened.
he brought that up.
Right before the goal,
he brought that up.
Right before the goal happened, like I seen him try to dish the ball inside, and he wanted to pass right back so he could go into space. And it completely, like, Subak completely lost it. Like, he kept the run and the pass went to nobody. So he kind of told him, like he pointed it out, like, that's where I need you. That's where I want that pass. No, like, literally, that must have been maybe like 5 minutes after that exact same play happens, right? Where Pavon picks it up picks it up in the left. Subak is centered, so he gives him an easy ball, and Subak plays it perfectly, like where he just kind of taps it back into space, and that's where you want Pavon, right? If you tap it back into space and you leave Pavon with fucking the field wide open, he's gonna do something. Kudos to fucking Araujo too, because he finds a space, he takes a space, Pavon's gonna find you. You know what I mean? If you have space like that, Pavon's gonna find you.
Acceleration on the first touch on the ball.
Yeah.
Pavon.
That
Stupid,
shit is
huh?
crazy, bro.
Dog, he dusts anybody next to him, dog. No, I don't care who you are.
Dude, it's just he touches and he got like 10 steps on you, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's just crazy how quick that fool is on the ball, man.
Yeah, you know what? To be fair, I even thought he overdid it because I thought he had lost the space for the right pass for Araujo. But I mean,
Yeah, same too. I was like,
my
that
bad.
pass should have came quicker. I'm like, psych.
My
Psych
bad.
as fuck.
My bad. What the fuck I know? You know, I play a bad goalkeeper. Like, what the fuck I know? Shut up now. But it was he plays the ball to Araujo with space. Araujo picks up his head, dude, which is fuck. Like, okay, Angel, I know you don't think he's creative, but like he picked up his head. He's smart enough that I can fuck with him, right? He picks up his head.
That's fine. Yeah,
And
I'm okay with that.
He picks up his head and he finds a late run from stairs. Not stairs. I'm legit. Now here I read online somebody saying like that was a bad cross. It just happened to find legit.
Dude,
I don't
Doesn't
think so.
fucking matter.
I don't
Doesn't
think so.
matter.
stupid.
You know
Like,
what? Fuck it. It doesn't matter. Like I don't care. I
Well,
think that's what he tried to do.
Yeah,
I think that's what he tried to do.
That's why. And I just kind of want
It's a good cross, and then we don't get a fucking goal, but it's a good cross. Like the fuck out of here with that. Shit.
listen.
This was-
and, like to me, like
a great team goal right here.
yeah, especially. And I'm telling you, because I seen him pick up his head, I believe it was a good. I believe it was intentional. It was to legit. Even though I had a crazy little hop on him, like right at the end, I think legit does well to fucking redirect it. Like he sees the keeper coming across and puts it right back where he was coming from.
On this play, I want to give a big shout out to Leggett for actually making that run to the far post, and super big shout out to Zubak, dog, because not only does he play the 1-2 with Pavon, he makes that first post run and leaves fucking Leggett wide open.
Yeah.
And yo, shout out to Zubak on that one.
Yeah.
Dog. That shit was fucking.
That's
legit.
not the first time. The only time we saw Legit in the box too.
Yeah. Oh
We saw him a
no.
few more times in.
Well,
Well,
right
yeah,
after
second-
that,
yeah.
after that goal, literally right after, he had a chance to make it 3-0.
That motherfucker was a man on a mission. This
Yeah,
game,
he
dog.
was.
And
I don't know if we should abuse him some more or what the deal is, but he shit.
listen, I think Maze nailed it right with that was a team goal, and that was like, I mean, on the ball, off the ball movement, you know, the understanding of where Pavon wanted it, because you want to make sure that Pavon gets the ball where he wants it so he could create shit like this, right? Again, big ups for fucking Araujo for looking at that pass and the way he runs. Subak runs for the first ball and Legit takes it. I mean, they destroyed that whole defense. They, you know, did whatever the fuck they wanted to do against that defense in that play, and that was really nice to see. Listen, it's something I was waiting up to this moment to say is like, prior to this, how many slapped and crosses did you see this game?
0.
Yeah, like there was very few. Like I can't recall one. Right, there might have been. I'm not trying to say there wasn't, but I can't recall one. Right, and it wasn't at the constant base that we've been seeing.
It seemed like the crosses were aimed for people.
Yes,
They weren't just
yeah.
like,
They had intention, more of
Yeah.
intention,
Yeah.
rather than say, "Hey, I'm gonna start up there and hope
I
something
see
gets."
that guy there. Let me see if I can get the fucking ball.
like it wasn't a cop out that they've been used to doing. Right, like they get to a wing, they have nothing else to do, so they just cross it. Like this time, it wasn't a cop out. Like every single time there was a cross, and again, it wasn't a cross looking for a 6-foot giant. Like it was looking for for somebody on the run or somebody in the back
6'6".
post. Sure. But giant indeed. Like it wasn't that, and that is what I'm talking about, right? Because that's what I want to see. There's an idea. There's starts. There's bits and pieces of a style of play, and I like that, especially with that goal. I think that goal is the pinnacle of what we want to see the Galaxy do. Because if you imagine that with you know, now you have Chicha.
I mean,
in there.
imagine that with Chicha and Yoni.
Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like that's exactly what you want to see, and I was impressed. And you saw it from the team. Once the team realized they could do that, I think after that
They
second
have
goal,
more intention.
it was all G's after that. It was all G's after that. Because listen, Lames needed to go out and get 2 goals, and I don't necessarily remember feeling like oh shit,
But
right?
what
Like
minute was it when we got our second?
54th minute.
54.
So it was like
There
9.
was still a good chunk of
Yeah,
time.
it
It was
was
a
like-
good time out. But
like
you know
35
what? When that
minutes.
second goal went in, and what I've seen from 10 minutes of play in the second half, I was like, this shit's a wrap. This shit is a wrap, dog.
Yeah.
They're not. They might score one, but at that point, I felt confident.
Dog,
Like, yo,
no
walking
matter-
away with this shit.
No matter how much that broadcast tried to will LAFC back into the game, dog, it was never gonna happen, dog. Like the G's just like again, I'm not gonna sit here and say the G's look good, right? Because I don't think they were good yet, but they
I
had
would
a lot of
argue- I would
intention.
argue
I
that.
don't agree
that's
with you
fine,
there.
that's
I think
fine.
they
I
look
don't-
good.
I-
They
oh,
did.
all right, listen, if you compare it to anything they've done this year, I agree. But I still think there's a lot more there, right? But I think like if you compare the two teams, the Galaxy was definitely a better team, especially in that second half, especially after that second goal. I think because the LAFC had to go after it too, they left some more pockets in there that the Galaxy exploited it well. I mean, listen, it was to a point where, and I think it scares me a little bit, but like Pavon was in a mission to score a goal. Like he started doing extras to try to get into the box to score a goal. Try to get his shot out, right?
Let's talk about that other one, the one
I
that
mean,
Zubac
well,
missed. That should have been.
was that before or after?
That was after the second goal.
Yeah.
Well, so let's wait then, because right after the second goal, remember, Leggett has
Leggett
a
had
chance
another
where
one,
he
yeah.
gets
First
into the
post.
box. Right, he does a little bicycle over. He actually cuts and gets his angle for a shot, but then he does one too many. You hear
Okay.
the saying over
Yeah.
and over, one too many. Like you did one. No, you
The
had
United-
already.
We'll go for it.
You already did everything you had to do. Like you had it. Your shot was right there. It was, you know what, Efrain, and just for example, Efrain Alvarez did this very similar thing, same side when he came in towards the end of the game, but Efrain actually got his shot off with his weaker right foot.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, he bounced off of the goalie and defense got there, it didn't go in, but Leggett actually would have had a better chance for his actual right foot to shoot it, or even if he's actually not bad with his left either, so he could have just fucking shot it on whichever foot, like just shoot it that first time. Once you take the player, take your shot. He was gone. You gave him a chance to come back.
So I'm gonna say something that you might not appreciate. I think none of y'all might appreciate it, but I'll give him a whole ass pass for that because the first time in a long time I seen him take somebody on.
Oh, he went forward and
He had
intention.
not even go forward, but he took somebody on like the bicycle and then like that movement, right? And then even
He
the
did
cutback.
it though. He
Like,
had
hey,
him.
I know. Listen,
he had him.
I think I think he was surprised himself. He's like, "Oh shit, that's right. I can do this."
Oh,
You know what I
yes,
mean?
yes,
Listen
man.
again. You know what I
That's
mean?
right. Oh shit, I can do it. I can.
Listen,
that's
I was so
legit.
excited. I'm sorry. Go for it.
No, and that's the legit when he came in,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
that's the legit we want.
Yes,
We
yes.
don't want what's the nickname they've given him?
Pass back, legit.
Yeah,
Pass back
we
legit.
don't want that shit, dude. We
No.
want you to fucking push. You push, fool, like take it. You may not be the
Yeah.
fastest. Push it.
And that's what gets me mad too. Like this game right here shows that he can still do
He
it,
can do it. Yeah.
and it gets me mad that, well, not mad. It got me
No, it gets you
fucking
mad.
hype. Yeah, well, yeah, it gets
Yeah,
me
mad.
happy because he doesn't do it all the time, but it got me fucking hyped because after that he took another shot off a cross of Pavon. Yo, he made that fucking run to the first post.
Yeah, and it was
he's
an
like,
awkward
give me-
shot. It was an awkward
yeah,
shot
give me
because it was
The
like,
fucking
left
ball.
footed one.
Yeah,
Right
yeah,
before he
yeah.
came out as a sub. Yeah, yeah.
Yo, dog, it's like, yo, you can do this shit. Why
Yeah.
haven't you been
That's
doing
a-
it for fucking
like,
That
time?
led to a corner, right?
Angel talks about band-aiding the team up. That's a solid bandage to a center mid, to to attacking player that can
if he
help
plays
us
that way,
create. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
bandage that we can use while we figure out who we're gonna buy and bring. But if you're not gonna fucking do it, like it's like, I mean, come on, man, you're just putting.
Well,
it
yeah, and we can say that at the end, right? 'Cause, like post came out. What happens next?
I,
know it's
listen, yeah,
conversation.
that's the conversation I want to have. So
But let's talk about that Zubac thing then, because then Chris, you brought it up. That Zubac pass, the tap in that he completely missed.
Mhm.
Do you guys give him a pass?
I do because the keeper gets something on it. Not a lot, but he gets something on it.
I
And
don't know, bro.
He
I
does.
think
He
that
does.
shit was terrible.
100% he gets something on it.
I don't think
eh,
Zubac even touched it.
The keeper gets something on it. The goalkeeper gets
Keeper
something on it.
touched it. That's why it bounced, it ricocheted a little off from Zubac
Yeah.
from being able to tap it in.
And it's Subak, right? And it's
Yeah.
Subak. And Subak, there's levels to shit. Subak's, his level is.
Okay.
So
He
that's
gets
what I
the
give pass.
pass
That's
because
I would've
and he
just
scored a
for
goal.
me, for me, he gets
with
the
my
pass
face.
because my bad. He gets the pass because he scored the first one and he was part of the second one big time. That's why he gets a pass. If that shit would have been 0-0 and he misses that sitter, no pass, dog.
But
But
here's
at
the
that
thing,
point, we're up to
I don't
0.
give them a pass dog because these are pros, fool. You know what I mean? You put yourself
But-
in position.
Listen, but Subak is never, ever, ever in anybody's mind the starting striker.
Then
True.
put me as a
But
striker.
let me get
Like
and
so,
you guys know how I feel about Zubac, but I'm gonna give him a pass on this because I'm giving him out of 3 overall chances or opportunities to call it, he got 2 out of 3, and obviously the second being that goal, right? Because to me that second goal, a lot. I think and unlike a lot of people, I'm giving him the most credit on that, and Masa is my witness because of that. Really, that's why I call you a piece of shit because you took my little thunder there. Literally, like 2 minutes before that, Pavon wanted to make the same play with Zubac. Instead, Zubac made the run instead of doing the 1-2. Pavon tells him, and he learns like, okay, I got you. Next time around, if it happens again, I got you. What happens? The play happens again.
On a dime.
1-2, quick, exactly on a dime, and then that leads to the goal, right? He scored the first one. I think he was the most crucial one for that one. So 2 out of 3, I think that's acceptable. Now, by no means should he should definitely. I still think he should have made that. But listen, you guys can go on my Twitter. She's on my Twitter. You guys can find this shit. I've given every Galaxy player in history a pass after I saw Raheem Sterling do what he did. So
I have
he's good.
Of the MLS back our last game, it was a similar play.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, and you know what? That
right in the middle, 6-yard box. All you gotta do is tap it in, bro.
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah, I mean,
listen,
but again, it's different. So it's what we're talking about in games, right? Soccer is a game of what do I say all the time? It's a game about moments. He had 3 moments in this game, and he shined in 2 of them, and it wasn't like a breaker to me. Obviously, that other one definitely is, and that to me is still a highlight. What his career has been so far with the Galaxy is to me why Rudy said he's not going to be the starting for the Galaxy. That's
listen, and just to
100% agree, but you want these players at least to
agree. Agree. Like, listen, would I want him to score that?
Huh?
Would I want him to score that? Of course, I want him to score that, right?
Yeah,
but listen, just to address both you and Hugo. Hugo says, "Why would you give this dude a pass? He gets a paycheck to, at a minimum, know where he stand." I'll say this, right? The only reason he gets a pass this game is because we won. If we tie this game at a 2-2, and he had that, he gets no pass. We won this game. He gets a pass.
Like, for example, next
for me,
week,
it's that easy, right?
Who knows if we have our star striker? But this is a type of momentum. Yes, he did score his goal, but now if you got 2 on them, bro. Yeah. We got you Wednesday starting. Even if Chichat ain't coming in or whatever, I'm a little more confident. All right, man, this guy's rolling now. Yeah. He's feeling it. That's what you want. That's what
I'm good with that, Chris. I think your point is valid. I think your point is valid. I'm not denying you at all. I'm just saying, hey, it's valid. I'm just saying that me personally for this one, I'm giving because it's no secret that I don't like him at all, right? But I'm gonna give him his pass though. Like this summer, I'm gonna let you have your thunder here. Enjoy this moment. Congratulations, you finally scored a goal. Get some confidence going.
Again?
Yeah.
Do that shit again. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Your bar was low and you met that low bar. So
yeah, exactly.
For this game, I'll give you a pass.
This game, yeah, exactly.
Listen, we have Efrain.
That miss would have scored Chicha exactly. Somehow the ball would have hit Chicharito and gone in.
That's his career's about it, and I'm okay with that. Yeah. I'm okay with that.
I mean, it would have gone in, right? Yeah.
Would you have cared? 3-0.
Hell no. Right? Oh, hell yeah. Ball hit him again. 4-0. Oh, shit.
Listen, to wrap up the game.
Yeah, Chicharito's whack, bro.
Efra came in and Sasha came in. Efra came in first. Just real quick, what do you guys think of Efra?
He looks faster.
Yeah. He looks faster. Must have hit it right there.
That ball from Klechton, bro. I thought it was a little too long, and I got shook. I was like, yo, if I got there first. Yeah. And then not only did he get there, he fucking shit on the defender. And he couldn't put it away with his, weak right foot.
Weak ass right foot.
It's understandable. He's not right-footed at all. Hey, he got a shot on goal.
Hey, that pass. I'll tell you the truth, man. As growing up playing center mid, I live for those type of passes.
Isn't it beautiful?
You make the run for it?
No, I mean the way he cut the whole defense, the way he cuts, nice. Like, yeah, I hear you.
That's why I'm a big fan of Pogba. A lot of people don't like Pogba, but dog, when this fool feeds people,
on a dime,
those are dimes, bro. Yeah. Like those passes.
I agree.
Passing, bro.
And listen, and I wanted to bring up, Efra first because you know what, I don't think he was much of an impact, but I did like you said, he looked a little lighter on his feet, and there was a lot of intention there. Like he wanted it too, and I like seeing that, right?
Maybe because I'm being a hater, but he got a little taller and thinner.
No, it's the poof in the hair. Yeah, you know what I mean.
No, because to me he looks a little thinner, but not like a twig either.
Yeah,
but he looks quicker to me.
Yeah,
it's not fair to say on what is it, 15 minutes that he played what his game is really going to be. But I'd be okay with watching him again to see if there really is something there. If it was just, hey, you know what, we're up to 0 and the team in general, we're on an adrenaline rush. He came in with the same adrenaline rush, and it was just that moment. But we'll talk about that a little bit later.
And then Sasha came in, and listen, I've been big on Sasha because I think he create. And I think, I mean, as Chris was saying, like I think he proves that, right? Like we're very little. He could create, and I think he would have also fed Pavon really nicely too if he doesn't get fouled. Like you saw where that ball was going, and the way he touches the ball, like I think he puts him in space. You know what I mean? And I like that having that in your back pocket, bro. Like I think that's clutch because he get from the spaces he's creating. He's not even creating from like the the attacking third. He's creating from midfield, and he's creating like some real nice fucking, some real the way he's finding the alleys to put the ball in. I like that a lot. I mean, I'm with Chris. That's
like
my
yeah. You bring them in. The opponent's already a little tired, heavy legs. You know, a little more freedom. He's not the quickest player either.
yeah.
But I mean, he's not a starter as well. But
Yeah.
you put him in, dude. At the time you put him in, he can create something. You know, get something in there. You know.
Yeah, I mean, he finds
We didn't even mention Jonah coming in, huh?
No, we could talk about him right now too.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh yeah, he came in before. Man, I missed it. He came in before.
Yeah, I know.
I got it wrong.
Before, yeah.
I got my. I mean, I had the right time.
He came in first.
Flipped. Yeah, he came in 65th.
Yeah.
I just haven't flipped. Like his time's wrong. But just to kind of fucking just to finish my thought. If he finds Pavon how he found Efra, like that's a wrap, right? Because I mean, if Efra's fast, Pavon is gonna be faster. So that's a wrap. But yeah, let's talk about Santos because like again, that's on me. I had him flipped on the way my notes are. 65th minute, Dos Santos come in. I missed him. When I seen him play, I realized I missed him. Right up to right now, like up to before I seen him play, I was like, yeah, we're missing Santos. But then I seen him in the field, and I was like, oh, yeah.
This is why I'm gonna debunk your stupid ass Carlos Vela comment earlier, dog. How long did Jonah Dos Santos not play before this game?
Same time?
But he didn't start. Would you expect that same type of energy from Jonah starting?
For 35 minutes.
Look, I understand.
Energy, yeah. Energy, yeah. Well,
Jonah
Jonah would have been at what 40 at halftime.
He
Probably?
said he said it prior to the game, right? He's only about 35, 45 minutes fit.
So, and I respected what GBS did of not starting him.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. You
Yo,
don't.
not only that, on the substitution, GBS does something correct, which is now move Joe Benny and Kitchen from the position that they were fucking succeeding. Instead, what he does is throw Jonah at the cam position. So like, push, do whatever the fuck you need to do.
Yeah.
But yo, when Jonah came in, dog, quality, bro, to hold
and
up
energy, quality, energy, fucking smarts. Just like again, right? Like I had not realized how much we were missing him, or how much we were missing, right? With Jonah's you could argue me, that's fine. But like to me, like the quality and the energy like that he brought, like, and again, given that it was later on the game and he was fresh legs, like, and this is a guy who also I think is missing some game rhythm. Right, he's not fully in the game rhythm because like, he obviously not played it.
But and that take we didn't see the Jonah and when he's in form playing quality, we didn't see that either. Yeah. I mean, you got to be fair as well.
Yeah, but to me, like I still realized like, oh shit, like that's right, Jonah could bring this to the table, and I thought it was nice. Angel, you were what?
No, we've been saying this. We know that we miss Jonah, so it's saying
that.
We 100%. We know we miss him.
No, again, right. So I think you missed the first part of it. Like I knew we missed him. We've been talking about.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't know what you guys said before.
We have been missing him, but then like just seeing the quality is like it kind of remembers like everything. Right, like oh fuck, like yeah, like there's a lot there that we didn't have. Especially in Orlando, like we didn't have none of that in Orlando, right? And I think like I honestly think, and again. I'm the most positive person in the group, and I'm always like super
nice,
right? When it comes to him, so I really want to think that like he could definitely be a difference, and he would have made a big difference in Orlando, maybe against Portland, maybe against Houston, enough to get us like those points. But man, like I'm so happy to see him back, though. Like, and however the season ends up, like I want to see a lot more of Jonah, man, a healthy Jonah. Super excited for that. Dope. Anything else about the game in general before we go into thoughts?
I just want to shout out about one on the wings who shit on any defenders
in
the league.
Stupid. I hate how the ball just sticks to his feet. Like how? I love it because he's on our team, but like what the fuck? Like stop. Like there's this one play. Oh, dog, let's talk about Araujo real quick before we leave. Let's talk about Araujo real quick, dog.
Yes.
Let's talk about Araujo. Like two things, right? Like one, he has this play where he cuts in between two defenders that I thought was really dope. But he did that. And then second, like
Araujo?
Yeah, Araujo cuts in. It's all wide on the right because it was on the right. He cuts in between two and he doesn't do shit with it. But he cuts in and I was like, I like that, right?
I remember that. I remember Pavon doing that. And then he shows it with his left foot.
Pavon did it on both wings.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, it's average. But when I seen Julian do that, I thought it was amazing because it's Julian. But then let's talk about like his fight. Let's talk about his fight, tossing whatever his name is. and then
let me point
just taking the whole team out.
Point something out about that guy. What's his name? That defender that they pushed. Palacios, is it?
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah. So
I think it's Palacios.
Palacios. Yeah,
I
Palacios.
seen that fool play a few times before he came, and that fool's a physical, dirty player, bro. I've seen when I saw that he signed here, I was like, oh, dude, that's trouble to me when I read it. But then since the tournament and this game, bro, Araujo has made that fool his bitch, bro. Even in that tournament, I saw plenty of times. Every time that fool kept running, he would run into him. I think I don't know. Somebody put it on Twitter. Someone crashing into somebody just like for no fucking reason. They're like, that's Araujo on the LAFC defender. Just bah, bah.
Yeah.
Like, dog, that's what I want for. Like, even as a defender, midfielder, go take them out their game. You know what I'm saying?
What do you guys think about nobody kind of like getting rah with fucking Araujo?
Oh, they didn't need to, dog. Punk ass bitches from Levas ain't never gonna do shit to Araujo.
Still, like to me, I expected one or two players to because they grab Araujo, like, you know what I mean? Like
one of the fools grabs Araujo, and then
this is a one player.
And then Anthony K was like, "Yo, chill, dog. Like,
yeah, peacemaker,
relax,
push him back."
I don't know. I would have liked to see more reaction from the boys when they went after him, regardless of how small or how everybody else or how K was trying to change.
And I'm curious, like from every, like, what kind of reaction were they expecting? Listen, Masa and I are very. I love confrontation, right? So that's like, listen, if you're telling me, obviously in that I guarantee you, Masa would have definitely been there. I probably would have been there, like Metidos, right, or us. But from a fan perspective, from a logical perspective, when you're winning this game, they're the ones obviously getting heated, right? And I don't. I'm with Masa. I think the only one that was really the aggressor in that whole situation was definitely the dude that the he shoved that put his hand on his neck too, right? I mean, obviously the shit talking was gonna happen either way, but yeah, K was in there being the one calming everything down, telling everyone to relax, right? What else do you guys want? Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, what is
I want to bump. I want to bump that fool off.
But here's this, right? What if that bump? Let's say fucking, we know Felster's down for that shit. He last year alone, right? It's happened before, so maybe he was too far away to run all the way over there. But what if Felster comes out of nowhere and fucking pushes the shit out of K, right? Where maybe he doesn't even know, he just sees that K is right there trying to calm the whole situation, launches him, and he gets a red for that.
You want to get
listen, that could.
Like, I'm not saying get a red. I'm not saying get a red. I'm not saying get a red. I'm saying, listen, a bump off is not going to get you red.
No,
especially
fuck that. You're either going all in or you're not.
No.
Going all in or you're not.
No. Listen,
fuck that. Either push the fuck out of him where he breaks his neck, or don't push him at all.
No, it's not that. It's not that at all.
No means confrontation. I agree with both of them. Like, there's no point of going and pick a fight. There was no fight there. Those fools were just frustrated, and that's it. Like, I mean,
again,
we move on. We play our game.
Listen, and that's 100% fine. I'm saying I would like to see a bump. I would like to see.
It's crazy for me to say because you know what I'm about when I'm playing, but
yeah.
I didn't think it was necessary during that time. It wasn't necessary, dog. Like last year when the whole Fabio shit happened and Nafo got in his face and then Rolf came to back him up, or vice versa or whatever, that was necessary, you know, because it was one player against one player, and this already had fucking shoved them to the floor.
Again, so. That's fine. It wasn't necessary. Right, that's fine. I would like to see more backup. I would like to see the bump. Like that's all I was saying. I would like to see it.
You know what? I'm gonna say
I would have liked to see it.
I'm gonna say kudos to the rest of the Galaxy squad for understanding the situation and the dynamics of the game. Because again, I am because it's MLS refs, and there's no secret that there's always something that goes against us.
Nah,
I would not fucking risk any of my players going in there and when it's not necessary. And look, I get it 100%. I get, Rudy, where you're coming from. But I'm just saying, for me, logically right now and watching the game over and the whole nine, I think we're in the right. Legit coming in there telling everyone to chill. Shit, even K. I think K understands because even his own players could have listen, he fucking had, to me, that should have been a red, if anything, if we're going to talk about cards for the LAFC player. So even K understood the magnitude of the situation.
They haven't talked about that, huh?
No, they haven't. And they haven't. It's bullshit.
They won't.
And right, that's what I'm saying. If it's a Galaxy player, shit hits the fan. This is what I'm saying. We don't know who would have came or what would have happened. Think of escalated, and we would have been the ones that got fucked.
All right.
So, I mean, that's my opinion. Everyone's entitled to the shit. I'm all about throwing putazos. If that's what's gonna happen, it's okay. I'm okay with that too.
So, listen, we end up winning the game 2-0, and there's a lot I want to talk about right now. But the one thing I want to shout out is Did you guys see the video they posted when they went up to where we would have been for the away section?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just so dope because I think John posted it on Twitter, saying like there was a long time for a long span of time where we would travel fucking hundreds of miles, and the players wouldn't even acknowledge that we're there. So the fact that like listen, even if it's for marketing, even if it's just for that post, I fucks with it that somebody's thinking of like if these fools are here, like
Do this.
yeah,
Yeah, we
you know what I
acknowledge it.
mean. So I just want to throw out there and say like that was super dope, and I really fucks with that.
I
Uh,
think Rudy, you've been in meetings with me with VFO where I've mentioned
yeah,
that so many times because of one time that it's so vivid in my mind is that Wednesday RSL game playoffs. Well,
Jesus fucking Christ.
we it was five of us in a fucking five big ass. At the time, I was fat as fuck, so you had five big ass motherfuckers
That a
in a
big ass-
tiny ass fucking Chevy Cruze that made a weekday game on a Wednesday RSL playoffs. We losing double overtime and like minus a million degrees, like frozen. We were basically frozen.
Well, I had
But
3 sweaters on and my fucking balls were
and you
shriveled.
got a fucking ticket on the
Yeah,
way
for
over there.
speeding.
Like, listen,
Yeah.
it was just all types of shit. And for
and
these
what
fuckers
happened?
not over, not even to come over and acknowledge us,
The
Yeah.
free
yeah, we
masa.
fucking like nothing. And they just took that fat ass L and they fucking did. Like, bitch, what about us? Like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
So that shows. So I gotta give it up to them. That show was tight. But here's the question I wanted to ask the whole fucking show. Right, the whole time we're talking about this, is this just a one-off game because we know they step up when they play this with this team, or can they carry some of this onto Wednesday's game and onto Saturday's game?
If these
Uh,
motherfuckers don't get confidence from this game, bro, I don't know what the fuck. Like, how do you not get confidence and move forward in the right position after this performance here? A shutout, and you balled up the
Yeah.
First shutout
best
too. Is the first shutout.
best team in the league supposedly, and you whooped that ass easy. This was light work for the Galaxy
seemed
on
that way.
Saturday. Yeah, and you
Seemed that
don't
way.
get
Away from
confidence.
home too. At the end
And,
of the day,
and-
it was in their stadium.
yeah,
Yep.
and if you don't get confidence from this dog, something's wrong there.
Angel, what do you think?
Man.
Okay, next.
Yeah, Chris, go. Let me
Chris,
hear
what do you
Let me
think
hear
about
Chris.
it?
Who we got? Seattle, right?
We got
Yep.
Seattle. They just won 3-0
Yeah.
against
Yeah,
Portland.
but that's
That game could have been. Yeah, that game could have been
that
completely
was
different.
fake news.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
watched
no,
that
listen,
game.
Yeah.
we got to talk about it after this anyway. So
I look. I mean, as far as like subs and like everything is like if we have a plan, we stick to it. It seems it's gonna work. Seattle's a stronger team. To me, honestly, it's probably a stronger team defensive wise, and they're built more as a team. They're not just attack and fucking put five forwards in, and hopefully you score 5 goals. And you know what I mean? They're a stronger team. But if we go in, we're confident, we got a big win, stick to a plan and play it. I think we should have Jonah full game now. Is that right? Am I right on that? We should.
Nah,
at least
actually,
more
no,
than
that
35
I
minutes.
saw.
So
Yeah, I saw GBS. Is it today or yesterday? I know.
Today. They had a press
Rojas,
today.
right? Yeah,
So, but we'll have him longer. We'll have him
Yeah.
longer.
Yeah.
So that solidifies our.
He could be
midfield.
more influential than he was
Yeah.
his last
So
game.
hopefully we'll see, man. I want to see a good performance. We're at home, so hopefully.
Angel, you ready? Should I go? What do you want to do?
Yeah, you go. Fuck this. Team.
I honestly believe some of the players will take a lot more of it, and actually the players that we need them to kind of take some of it will get something out of it, right? I think Legit will take more out of this. Just based on his performance last game, I think he'll take more of it and come out with more confidence in his game. So that's gonna be interesting for me. That's gonna be clutch for me because I think, he's been a player that far too easily goes fucking missing and doesn't perform. So having him have more confidence in the field, I think that's good for us. And I'll say the same about the backline, the full backline. If we don't move, if we don't move any of the players, stay the same back four. I think they gain confidence because they just shut out LAFC, a team that put six on you, right? And most of those players were on that field when they took six, except for the P. So I think, again, I'm being optimistic, like as always am. I think we do see some consistency with the play of some of these players. Maybe not the full squad, but I think we see some consistency.
I don't know, man. I like to think that's the case, Rudy. I do. But this time around, until I don't see it happening, I'm gonna stick with no. It's a one-time thing, and it's not going to be a GPS issue. It's going to be a player issue.
Yeah.
The fact that players are going to like the same intensity, in the same kind of fight that they had against LFC. Because if this is the case, listen. Well, I agree with Chris in that LAFC's defense probably not as good as Seattle's. I don't know, man. I don't fully agree with you because I still think Seattle, they take a while to actually get going. I mean, listen, they didn't have the best tournament either. They got spanked by LAFC 3-1 in that tournament, so if that counts for anything. Again, I saw the same game that Massa did against Portland. The 3-0 scoreline is
Doesn't reflect what it was.
Portland lost the game in the last 10 minutes, basically, and that's because they missed their own chances, and a lot of things happened in that game, right? Especially in that early in that second half, because that first half was fucking boring and dead. I generally think that if we play the same way, but understanding that you have a different type of aggressive player in Raul Ruidíaz, who's different, he's gonna give you the attitude. He wants to fight you.
Hold on. Like, because I do want to talk about Seattle, so I don't want you going into that. I just kind of want your thoughts on can this team carry any of this over to this game?
That they can carry it over, yes.
Yeah.
That they can, yes. But that they will, that's a questionable thing.
To me,
Well, if that's the case, then if the pure starts, I think we're definitely already a step in the right direction. Which I think it's going to be I think we'll all be shocked if he doesn't. And if you're the Galaxy, like every single player in the locker room, all the way from the guys that didn't play to the starters, you have a sense of confidence, and and even if you're the guys on the bench, you don't want to let your teammate down after that performance that you just played. If People gets his number called, if Kleshtin gets his number called, if fucking Dunbar gets his number called, you see what the guys did this past game, you better be up for the same type of intensity, and you better fucking challenge the other guy that's there and say, I'm coming for your fucking spot. So how do you do that? And same thing for the guys that start. How do you do that to keep those guys on the bench? Bring that same fucking intensity they did against LAFC. You beat the shit out of Seattle, and you say, hey, GPS, you know what? We're going to be your starting 10 because I still think, Bingham is questionable. So we're going to keep doing what we can to be your starting 10. Oh, shit. Chicha's coming back. Oh, psych. Zubak's 3 goals. Hat trick. Chicha, you're taking my spot. Like, fucking do that. Like, fight for your shit.
Yep. I agree.
Make the guys on the bench fight harder in practice or really make it difficult for you. And how do you do that? By bringing the same type of intensity against fucking Seattle.
So let's talk about Seattle. Like I mentioned, Seattle won 3-0 this last game. You guys say, no, it only happened 10 minutes. Doesn't matter. They won 3-0. Right, whether it was the last 10 minutes.
Right.
Listen, we played Levas a month ago, and we're 2-2 in the 60th minute, and we ended up losing 6-2. So again, doesn't matter when the goals come. The goals came, and they came from the 2 of them came from Ruidíaz, right?
Yeah. The second was fucking banger, bro. The first one, right? It was the first one was a banger, man.
All of them.
Yeah, first one, huh?
So
they were, but that first one was fucking.
So let's talk about this, right? Let's go with starting lineups first. All right. I don't think Bingham gets Bingham gets dropped. Actually, no. So yeah, I don't think Bingham gets dropped.
I don't think he gets dropped yet.
So it's Bingham in the back. Bingham in the back. I still say Steris and Dupuis and Steris. Let's say that.
Same back four.
Yep, same back four.
You can't touch that right now.
Yoni, I don't think is gonna be nowhere.
Yoni's not gonna be. Sorry, and I got some insight.
Yep.
He's probably not gonna be here until the tail end of the.
I think that's one of the questions. I think that's one of the questions. So
okay, we'll save it.
Yeah. So I think we see Araujo back. I think we see
he's injured. He went down injured.
Well, did he? I thought it was just fatigue. I thought it was just cramping on the legs.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was just
but even if that's the case, I think it would be fair to rest him, keep him on the bench. If it's fatigue, and because listen, you guys have had cramps before, you'll be sore still for a couple of days.
Okay, so let's start there. Then who do you plug in the right wing? Who do you guys?
I'd say Dunbar.
Dunbar or Wild, one or the other.
I don't know. I'm gonna say Dunbar because Wild didn't even fucking hit the bench this last game. I don't know if there's something going on there or what the issue is, but
because the rosters are back to what is it?
Oh,
20 man, yeah, 18 man roster.
18 man roster, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the reasons why he's not there. Yeah. But Dunbar was in the bench. So I agree with you guys. I'll give Dunbar the nod. In the midfield, what are you guys thinking?
I'm keeping Kitchen and Corona, dog.
And then who you throw for Cam?
I say legit. Yeah.
It It has to stay the same.
and
If
keep
you if this shit worked out, you gotta
But
keep it.
then you also could consider it's a quick turnaround. So what was 4 5 days, 4 days rest, right?
yeah.
Yeah, but
Sunday.
listen, in my opinion, I'd rather you give me as much as you can, and I'll have one of the fresh eggs come off the bench.
Yeah, you have
In
five
my opinion,
subs.
yeah.
You have five subs. If you
All right, there
can't,
you go.
yeah,
I mean,
you
dude,
tiring out at halftime. All right. Well,
TBS barely uses one sub, bro. Come on now.
Oh, man,
Shit,
hold
that
on,
doesn't apply
man.
this time. This time
Yeah.
around, he made the right he made the
At
right
the right
sub.
time, at the right times
Yep.
too. All right. So we're saying Jonah is sitting bench. He's gonna come off
Yep.
the bench, and that's what we're thinking.
That's you know what, that's
Yep.
fine. Keep him on the bench, and I don't mean like keep him because he's not good. Like no, that means like I said a few minutes ago, if you're legit, if you're Joe Benny, if you're Kitchen, you better fucking do your best to keep fucking Jonathan. Like damn, do I even
bench.
start this guy? Like keep him
I
on the
think he'll
bench.
start.
I think it starts. Listen,
I think
all
he'll
right. So Chris, if you start him, who are you benching from the three that started against
Either
LAFC?
Corona or that. It's gonna be Kitchen. He'll bench Kitchen, and he'll go
Okay.
with Corona and legit.
That's interesting because I did notice that Kitchen was almost not involved in the buildup of any of the game. He was there like as an enforcer,
But
just kind of
Kitchen
putting
was
in.
fuck. Listen, he hockey checked the same
So
No,
shit, the same dude
dude,
that clashed
I
in
love Kitchen.
fucking clothesline. So
so
I
if you want
love
to keep
Kitchen.
if you want to keep if you
I'm
want
putting my
to
TBS hat on right now.
I'm saying, but if you want to keep that mentality, you want to keep the same kind of gameplay, then that means that we have to have Benny do the enforcement, right? So you give Jonah some space and freedom,
I still
right?
think that John
That's a
has.
little iffy for me. But
you
again,
know,
I do
look,
want to see Jonah in the field,
well,
so I
Chris
don't
made me think
know.
of something though. If right, Araujo can't go for the reason, then I think it would make sense, and it's not something that I'm really keen for. But just try the
Legit out
legit
wide.
on the wing this time around because either way we're playing a little more compact and we are too wide, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like if we're asking legit, hey, stay on the sideline. No, we're linking up more in the middle. We're clogging up the middle more and playing more 1-2s and more close range passing as opposed to long. Obviously, Pavon's still going to keep doing his thing. Let him
Yeah.
play his game. That's fine. But there's in the way that this past game happened, there's really no harm done if legit plays on the wing.
But I think there might be
He'll
though.
just
I
Well,
agree.
I think it might be because
I
he
agree.
found he kind of found his footing down the middle. You know what I mean?
right.
You
Well,
wanted to
I'm
replicate the
saying
same thing.
I'm just saying if I'm alluding to what Chris is saying, right? If you want to make that happen, where you still want to play Jonathan, you don't have to bench Kitchen, you don't have to bench Joe Benny. You can actually keep all four of them in. I'm just saying that could be obviously I'm sticking to what I said earlier, saying if we do start Jonah, if Jonah
Yeah,
plays,
I'm agree. I'm
that's
agree
a
with.
scenario.
I'm
That's
agree
a
with.
scenario. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna
The
agree with you guys
perfect
on.
world, the
Go for
team
it.
stays the same.
Yeah. Well,
The
listen,
perfect.
but I'm gonna agree with Massa and Angel on let's keep Jonah on the bench because we know what Jonah gives, right? Like we know again, we saw him without match rhythm, and he came in and he does what he does. So keep him on the bench, and let's see if Lejek can keep flourishing where he did last game. So that means Pavon out left, which we already knew. Chicha doesn't seem like it's gonna be a real option for this weekend. So we're doing Subak again.
Zubac again.
I mean,
Yeah, no choice, right?
yeah, we had no option.
No choice.
And on the bright side, he scored and he helped with one and he fucked up another. So we'll see
Give
what
him
we
another pass.
All
Yeah.
right, so here's another question. Here's one of the questions. Can the combination of Steris and the P handle the movement and the aggression of Ruidiaz? I think like I said, he's he's up there, man. That guy moves. That guy moves. He doesn't stay still, and he'll challenge you for every single
Now,
ball, and he tries to put in. What do you guys
to
think?
to to say that I say they can. Reason being because I showed Angel and it, this is kind of like a episode of this past game. This is I hate talking about this fucking team. I hate them. Fuck them. But LAFC. I showed Angel a tweet. What was that text that they were saying that they don't have forwards? It's been
Oh yeah,
13
yeah. That they
fucking
don't
months.
have a number 9 or whatever.
Don't have a
Shut the
number. And
fuck up.
since Pito left, they haven't had a true forward. Like fuck you guys, man. You guys have had numerous amount of fucking forwards. Now, if you look at this team and what they did this past week, yes, they had Vela, they had Rossi, they had Rodriguez. What happened in the second half? They throw in their white right Phillips. So you threw in
Who's the
different
number 9, by the way?
yes, you threw in different kinds of forwards, different types of players at our defenders, and we still held our own. Now, to answer that question, yes, Rui Diaz is an excellent player, excellent movement, but these guys already saw 4 different looks just in one weekend. Can they handle something different? Something that kind of might be, shows what they've done. Maybe I would say they can. They already seen it 4 different times.
W-
You know,
So in that bringing to that, because if you solely focus on Ruiz Diaz, you forget that they also have Morris, right? Which is some guy who likes to
Yeah,
come
but
in
Morris
behind,
plays more of a winger
who
type of
likes,
thing, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
but he likes to come in. What he does really well is like he paces them right because he likes to come in at the tail end of the plays, like out the wing, like behind the defense, right? Something that we've seen us get caught on a lot of times. Where
and
like,
he usually plays left, right?
yeah,
On the left side.
yep,
Yeah, so Phil's just gonna have to be alert. He's gonna have to can't push up as much,
yeah,
right? That's my. But my thing, listen, Rodriguez to me is phenomenal. I think he's an amazing forward. I don't think that he has faced a defender right now in the pew like the pew. Right? Not only is he tall, but he's physical and he's fast, and he knows what type of movements you're gonna make. Now, obviously, Ruiz is levels above what Depew could have been as a forward. Obviously, that's why one's playing, center back. The one is it?
yeah.
But if there's one thing that Depew showed this last game, he's not fucking afraid of anyone, and he'll go up against anyone. He's not afraid to
Yeah.
come at you. He's not afraid.
Oh, what happened here? Am I the only one still here? Did Zoom just call?
I just think that that's
Oh,
their characteristics that Steris plays, in a true center back role, that he doesn't move from his role. Whereas Depew, obviously, because he likes to be more involved, he wants the ball more because of his, more attackish nature. I think that that's going to play to his advantage. Now,
yeah.
my thing is, if Ruiz finds a way to get around him, can Steris support him? Which I don't know. I'm listen to me. I'm still very about Steris, but until I don't see him get done dirty or not support Depew in the way I want to, I'm gonna give Steris the benefit of the doubt just right now, based on the little confidence that he should have gained from that clean sheet.
Well, listen, I think oh, I don't think I'm having issues. Hey, chat. Let me know let me know if the stream is still going
Yeah, we froze for a
strong.
bit, but it seems like you guys are back now because you guys all froze for a second.
Yeah, everybody froze. Stream chat. Let me know how if you guys still following us. Or else
Sentimiento, Angelito,
I'll
sentimiento.
figure this out on my own. All right. So let's wrap it up just because I'm having some issues and I don't want to lose this whole thing. Let's go with some predictions. We play them on Wednesday. We play them at home. What are you guys thinking?
2-0 Galaxy.
Oh, we got dub, huh? We're changing this up a little bit. All right, I'm down with that. Let's go. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate that.
I'm just trying to figure out how many goals Subas can score. If he's going to score 3 or a double hat trick. If it's going to be 6-0 or if it's going to be 12-0. I just know it's going to be in threes. So 9, 12. Shit, I'm thinking. No, on the real, I'd say it's probably fuck it. I'm gonna say 3-1 Galaxy.
Let's go,
Sheesh.
Chris.
I have learned in the last few years to set my bar low with my G's. And I will always continue until they prove me wrong. So I say we lose 2-0.
Oof. Okay. All right. Let me read
But see, in defense, if we win, tie, lose, I'm cool. I ain't gonna get mad.
Accurate. You called it. Let me get some of the chat's predictions real
Well,
quick.
what time is the game?
I'll tell you right now.
8 p.m. on Univision/2DN.
Ah, fuck. So I can't bring these Heat fucking ish. Damn, never mind. I messed out. I can't. Because if we would have lost, I could just blame that on the Heat.
So Antonio Banderas, with the real Antonio Banderas, says G's dove by a 2-1 or 3-2. Chester Mejivar says G's win 3-1. Let's see.
That's right.
No, Antonio. I thought I saw another one. I think I've seen a 2-1 somewhere around here.
The end with the 3-0.
Hey, man, I'm saying
think-
Pavone at least gets 2 because he's hungry for goals right now. Like
See-
you could see it in this past game. Because I see he wants that shit, and I think he's gonna get at least 2 this game.
I think it's a 1-0 game.
You know who else wants to go? Neymar, and he didn't fucking get it. Fool.
I say a 1-0, and it's gonna be a similar game to this game where
Okay with that?
where I don't think it's gonna be spectacular, and I think
Yes,
he's gonna figure one out and then just control the game. And I'm
That's
okay
the
with
old
that for
Galaxy
now.
though. We
I'm
still we still win by 1-0.
Hey, listen, I want this team to build a foundation, so that means fucking figuring this out and just playing a little slower and taking the other team out of what they want to do and just get a 1-0 win. I'll take it. So that's what I'm going with, the 1-0. I think we're all predicting victories right now, except for Chris, because Chris is crazy. But we all get Chris is crazy, so I don't mind it.
Might
All
be
right.
smart.
He might just be drunk already. That's like, I don't know. Is that the fourth, fifth alcoholic beverage that may not sound like Odello?
Odelo. Yeah, no. So listen. Regardless of it, though, I really want to see the team play similar like they did this past Saturday against LAFC. Because just I kind of want to see some consistency. I want to see these boys play well. All right, let's go into some fucking questions if I can find
Hey,
them.
before you jump in there, can we talk about GBS's sitting down and his fucking why
Man,
everybody wanted bro, he was a
I
CJ this past fucking week. He talked and he fucking but he was sitting down when the fucking camera was on it. But no one bitched about GBS out because he didn't show emotion.
well, listen. I hate that fucking argument, right? Because
Who?
if the coach is not up, listen, and it's all like when they get captured in the camera. Like it's not like they have a camera on him the whole game, and we could see like,
Yeah.
oh, like he was only up for. We don't know that. Like we only see when the fucking camera's capturing, and when your team is playing like shit, and you've told them exactly what you want to do, and they're doing absolutely the opposite of it. What do you expect? Oh, you see my dog coming in the background too.
I don't know. It's like
uh,
Angel right now. Look at him.
let's get some questions. To live and die in LA at Galaxy Fan 96 says, will the G's buy Pavon's contract?
Yes.
What was it? With the G's what?
Will the G's buy Pavon's contract? And then he's not saying not if they should, if we think they would. If we
Yes,
think
they will. Yes, they will.
Man, it seems like
Listen,
crazy.
GBS was talking about it earlier today, and it
Yep.
sounds like they're gonna do everything possible to make it happen.
They should.
So
First dibs, right, Masa?
Huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yeah, for
Dibs.
Zibs.
Yep.
Yeah, we got.
And listen, right now the way things are trending, and I say right now, I think he stays in LA.
Question
'Cause-
I did want to ask talking about contracts when we so loan players like Yoni coming in, these guys if we have the option to buy. Does that price? That's a once the contract sends out, we have a solid of
You
how
have.
much it's worth. It's not going to change if he performs better or anything. That am I right on that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
But there's
but you can always
my bad.
negotiate, though, right?
The contract with Pavon is different though, because they didn't meet the deadline that was in August to buy out the supposedly 20 million.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, if another team were to offer Pavon a contract, the Galaxy would have to match that price. So right now, the Galaxy are in renegotiation for
Yeah.
that price, because that price that was established,
It's
that
gone.
deadline was, it was gone. That's
No.
why this Pavon issue is different from, let's say, the Yanni one, where it's
Mhm.
like you meet your criteria and you buy them out for like 3 million. That's the difference.
All right. So South Danger at South Danger M. If Suba gets a couple more goals in the next few games while Chicharito's out, what should his role be? Switch to a 4-4-2?
Wait, can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
If Suba gets a couple more goals in the next few games while Chicharito's out, what should his role be? Should we switch to a 4-4-2?
No,
Zubek
That's not
catches
gonna change.
fire.
Backup, just stay backup
If,
now.
if Zubek catches fire right now, like incredible fire, Chicharito will not start.
that's facts.
But I mean,
I
fire.
think it carry. I think he carries too much weight not to start. Just my opinion. I think that's like
Let's say the Galaxy go on like a 6-game winning streak and Zubek scores 2 goals average per game, dog. Trust me, Chicharito's not starting, dog.
Hey,
You're not
chill,
gonna see.
fool. The Galaxy can't win MLS Cup, dog. I'm gonna get since '96 on my chest, fool.
This motherfucker.
so Danger follows that up by saying the team sent less crosses in without Chicharito on the field, and they got the first dove. Is this team better without Chicharito?
Oh, listen, you know what? No, I'm gonna say go listen to previous podcasts. I've talked about this before.
I'll say this, right. I think the team is playing better. The team played better this last Saturday, and I think if they play that way with Chicharito on the field, they'll find Chicharito more often, right?
I haven't been on the pod. Let me talk about Chicharito like real quick.
Over.
I don't like him. I think Cherry, 100% cherry picker, but with the Givens opportunity, the proper passes, he can be the forward we need. But I mean, he's not
Listen,
gonna create anything for us.
exactly.
And you guys have said it. He's not
Yep.
gonna fucking create.
Yep.
So don't expect him to be fucking messy or anything else. You know what I mean? Like I think some people get caught up with that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and I find it so weird because Chicharito's like, well, at least to me, like I expected everybody to kind of know who Chicharito is, right? Like Chicharito's a cherry picker with some luck. You know what I mean? Because he gets some awkward goals because he's just in the right position at the right time.
Everywhere
So
he's
like,
gone. That's why I don't understand.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
sometimes
So with the surprise of it, I don't know. Again, right, I think Angel have said it in this pod before. I know I've said it. I think Mas have said it. I think we all said it at this point. Like he's gonna need service, and if you don't get him service, there's no way you could like demand anything else from Chicharito when you know what Chicharito does. So with him, like again, yes, we mentioned and I mentioned in the pod, like we didn't see this process, but at the same time, like some of the plays that we're creating, they're plays that Chicharito could take advantage of. And if Zuba could pull one or two defenders, could you imagine how many defenders Chicharito pulls, right? And creates that space. I mean, we saw it in Houston. He creates that space, that alleyway for Pavon to score that goal. So
yeah.
again, Chicharito, like I think we see it. We're not seeing him as we should see him as the type of player he is. Moving on, Ryan Adair says Araujo continues to this at this level. Does he take Ross' spot when Yoni G gets here?
No.
Unfortunately, no, man. But if you guys had not been paying attention to the pod, I've been saying shit for a while. Araujo needs to start right back. But for the time being, especially at this past game, Felcher didn't do anything wrong. I think he had a really good game. It's unfortunate, but on the bright side, Araujo's a future, and you guys won't have Rolf back. So you nice just have me to sing to you. You're welcome.
One more from Saul and Saul. Thanks for shooting them up. These are good.
Yeah, good looking out.
8 out of starting 11 players were American. 13 out of 19 on game day roster were American. How can DTK and GBS's connections with? How can they use the connections without hurting the chemistry of the team they showed on Saturday? I don't know. Like, listen, I see the numbers. I see the numbers you're saying, but like even with like legit, like he's Argentinian. You know what I mean? So like his connection, like it's Spanish. Like the Spanish language connects him to a lot of these players. Same thing with Araujo. Araujo's Spanish, the language. So I don't know. I don't necessarily don't think that chemistry is based on their nationality at this point.
Yeah, dog,
Right.
this ain't foot.
Yeah, at the end of the day, is if you want to fucking win, then you better be thankful that they're bringing someone from, even if even if it's American, not that they're just bringing more quality to help you try and win. You better be fucking thankful. It doesn't matter where the fuck you're from.
Moving
We're here
on.
to fucking win championships, not to fucking win greens or oranges lines and red lines. The fuck?
I get it.
I don't understand that analogy.
Because Massa said foot. That's why it's a FIFA thing.
All right, one of my favorite people in the world, Glenn _2Ns 121.
Ooh.
If the backline has a repeat of Saturday's game, how far can you expect to go this season? That is the motherfucking question, right?
Easy.
That is the
You
motherfucking
go
question.
all the way.
Yeah, that is a motherfucking question because if that backline can perform the same way they did this Saturday, we could get away with not reinforcing that backline right now.
Which
Right.
we've said before on this podcast.
Yep. But listen, I also said that you could count on stairs or people who make a mistake a game, right? So
But listen,
if they shut me up,
it's a good thing though. Right now, because the Pew is undisputed only person that has that center back, the second one of the one or two locked in. If Steris has another fuck up, listen, people right now on that bench, he better be fucking watching his videos from 2012 or when the fuck is it? No, 2014, right? When the fuck he played with Costa Rica and they did that fucking amazing run. And better watch every single fucking amazing highlight that he has. His time at Parma, at Palermo, his time at fucking was it Alajuelense where he played in Costa Rica. He better watch all that shit and like, all right, this is why I was good. I need this shit again. Even if I'm on the bench, I'm gonna get a chance and I'm not gonna take this shit. Like I'm not gonna let Steris get it back.
But he's been benched before though, and it doesn't change.
But that's not what I'm saying. No, all that season he was mostly bench. But that's what I'm saying.
No, but
Is
I'm
this
saying. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying is if you're in the bench right now and if you're not doing something about it, well then you're asked out. you're fucked. Now you really are out of this team. There's Steris took your spot. Now like, I'm not happy about Steris either. But the only known thing there is that the undisputed there is the Pew. So if
For now,
any,
for now, man. And listen,
I don't know, bro.
I'm saying this.
No. I'm
no,
writing at the Pew,
I'm
and
not.
I'm
I'm
on
not.
that. Well,
Listen,
I am.
we see them a total was maybe 6 games,
Yeah,
right?
and all
only
And
six
listen,
started
games,
play.
and
He's
and
been
all
balling.
six games, he's been solid.
and he has not he's done no run in 6 games, right? But I'm saying it's
Yeah.
still 6 games. Like to me, like I'm all for the P right now. I'm all for the P right now, but
Okay, and in
I don't
six
think
games, Steris has had fuck ups. The Pew, Steris has had fuck ups. Insua has fucked up.
yeah.
Actually, Felster really hasn't.
That
But
doesn't mean that to me. That doesn't mean that he's without mistakes or he's without mistakes, right?
well,
I think he's in. I
eventually
think he's good
he'll
form.
be
I think he's
he'll
in
be
good form.
for one eventually.
I think
Of
he's good. I think
course,
he's in
who
good form.
isn't?
I think he's in good form. And
All
if
right, well, you know what? Never mind, Glenn. We're gonna our
if
defense is shit.
I think he's
He
in
is
good.
trash.
I think he's in good form, right? And if he does that season long, then all means I'm all for that. But I don't want to give him the nod. Undisputable already, like with 6 games, I can't give him that. Like I don't want to give him that. Not that I can't. I don't want to give him that. Just not yet.
I'm just sleepy right now.
Uncle Dishwasher at Uncle Dishwasher. Saturday's result: 1, an outlier fueled by the rivalry. 2, a sign of Galaxy turning the corner. 3, some combination of 2 that isn't easily explained. I think it's 3. Right?
I'll answer this question after Wednesday's game.
Accurate. I think that's great.
As of right now, though, it's an outlier. As of right now,
It's an outlier.
yeah. As of right now, it is. So anyone that says something different, it's where's your proof? Where's your
Set
evidence?
your standards low, people.
Yeah.
We'll answer this game. We'll answer this question on Monday.
with my son.
Next
with my
Monday.
son.
This
with
is
my
why
son
you guys
Luis.
get mad on Twitter. That set your standards low. Trust me, you'll sleep
Yeah,
better.
true.
Never,
True.
never that. And then last one is, what do you guys think of the Dylan Hernandez comments about the weather? Dylan Hernandez, the troll report
know
for
I
Lake
know.
Times.
I know who it is.
No
Dog.
clue.
Irrelevant. It's not even worth
idea.
mentioning on our pod.
Yep.
Next
It-
question.
And let me see. I think we got one. Listen, it's crazy because we usually get bombarded on Instagram, and this time we did not.
Yeah, I would have.
Everybody-
Here we go. Here we go. This is the one I was waiting for. Can Klinsman? This is by Raul Pedraza at R Pedraza on Instagram. Can Klinsman take Bingham's starting spot?
I
Yes.
was telling Angel on Sunday. This is an up and down situation. If Bingham
Yeah.
fucks up one more time, he's getting benched.
Yes,
He's getting Cuticini.
that's why Bingham played okay after that fuck up. He had solid.
No,
saves.
He had no
but-
work.
but
He had no work.
let
He
me
had no
address this.
work.
Yeah, he had no work. He
had no work.
fucked one up, and then he had a good save at the end. But listen, I'm gonna give him credit for that save at the end because it wasn't through traffic, and he reacted to it. But at the same time, he put that ball right back in the middle, right back in a dangerous position.
Yep.
So
I think Eddie
but-
alluded to that too on the Nag pod yesterday.
Oh
No,
shit, I don't know. I fell asleep, so I don't know.
The shit is with Bingham. We've had him how long now, and we've seen the way he is, the way he's fucking played. Nah, bro, like
Yeah, it's
he-
not getting. Yeah, it's trash. Exactly,
ain't gonna
garbage.
Get better.
Well-
You're not a fucking good goalie. Next, you know
Well,
what I mean? Like,
you know what? You know my hesitation is here, and I said on Twitter, and nothing against Klinsman because I haven't seen him play, right? Like, and that's to be quite honest. I've seen some highlights, but highlights are highlights. So I'm not like I don't want to talk shit or anything like that. What I'm scared of is going in a situation like what we had with Rowe and Perk. That either one of them like is bad, just because it's so unproven.
At this point, it's better than Bingham though.
Listen, we could. That's only time will tell with that, right? But yeah, I think definitely can he? Yep, yes he can. If I was a coach, I'd be fed up with Bingham's bullshit.
Look,
So
on the
yes,
bright
yes, he
side though,
can.
it's like kind of Chris alluded to, right? And we alluded to this earlier. Pressure from the bench players to the current starters, right?
Yeah.
Or the
Yeah.
thought it's like the same thing. The same concept for people right now being on the bench, reassessing his life. If
Yep.
he gets his opportunity again to take Steris's spot, right? Insua, same shit. And obviously, I still don't understand the knock for Insua. He had one bad goal, and everyone, he's
Yeah.
garbage shit. He's been proving otherwise, right? Apart from one play. But even then, let's say hypothetically that is the case, right? Acosta's supposed to be back at some point in the next 3 months, right? Traore is already there as a backup. Felster, we already know what it is. Felster, you fuck up, bro. You already know that it's hands down Araujo's spot, so you can't afford to fuck up, right? Obviously, the one by one has no competition. But even in that center midfield, we talked about it. Well, Jonah could be benched, Klesny could stay benched, or any of those two could start, right? So there's that. There's now we're talking about real competition. Now we're talking about depth.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you can't compare. You can't compare from the highlights I've seen on Clemson. You can't compare
No.
him to the other players.
Man, I can have a dope ass highlight reel, and I
No,
make a lot more
but
fuck
here's the
ups than
thing. Well, no, hold on. Let me
Bingham
finish what
does.
I'm saying. Let me finish what I'm saying. From what I've seen, he looks a little more solid. But until we see him,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, that's
But if
100%.
Right. But so I'm not talking about his.
But
play.
no, what I'm saying,
is
if we're willing to give a player like Dunbar a fucking chance, if we're gonna give Wow, if we gave him Lamson a fucking chance in the past, and we saw that it wasn't good, and we went back to Bingham, then eventually Klinsman's gonna get his fucking chance, and he might be better. He might be
right. But that's what I'm saying. At minimum, there's pressure now on Bingham, right? Here
Yeah.
it says like, holy shit, this guy came. I can't afford to give Boss Rodriguez a fucking beautiful pass to the chest and almost scoring me, right? He can't.
not jump on a fucking free kick or
Right. Yeah,
dive or
exactly.
fucking
Exactly that, right? Shit, even Yoni now is gonna have a potential backup in Dunbar. If Zubac can like fucking who is it, Chris or Massa said if he goes 6 games and he scores an average of 2, listen, even Chicharito's gonna wonder like, fuck, where's my shit? That's okay. That's good. That pressure means you got to be on your fucking game. You can't be doing that stupid shit that you've been doing for the longest now, David Bingham.
Yeah.
Because if you can, guess
But
what?
look, listen.
Now you actually have someone that can come off the bench.
know
Whether
what's
he's good or
unfortunate?
not, we don't know that.
You know what's unfortunate is that I don't think Bingham can turn that off. You know what I mean? I think that's his default state of mind. Like so, here it is, right? Antonio Banderas again asked about Van Steeg. I don't want to see Van Steeg ever in the first team. Just because he's bad. He's bad.
That's why Klinsman got number 2 right away.
And then
Yeah.
I do want to see what Klinsman does because I know. Listen, Logan is saying that Klinsman is like a sweeper keeper, allegedly. But I haven't seen him play. Bro. I haven't seen him play. And if he is that, like I'll be down with that. But I have to see him play. And he's a young kid. He was unproven, and it scares the fuck out of me because I like.
You want to talk about highlight reel, Rudy? And I don't mean to be rude, dog, but we won't see highlights about Yoni, bro. We don't know how the type of player this is.
Okay, you even at that, but listen,
outlier.
if you go on Twitter,
Yeah.
if you go on Twitter on that thread where they announced him, there's a gang of Brazilian cats who are saying like this guy is trash. So you're right. You're damn right. Like I need to see him. Like the fact that
I don't believe anti-South American sex. All these fuckers
Pavon?
Pavon gone,
Yeah,
and now
Pavon?
Sunday I want him back. Go come
Yeah.
back.
Listen, but
Acá te esperamos, mi rey.
just to wrap it up, like
Fuck
La
outta
concha
here.
de tu madre.
just to wrap it up, Chris, you're 100% right. Right, like Yoni could be a bust. But
I mean, he could, but I'm excited for him.
But I'm more at peace with taking an L in the field than in the keeper, though. Like for real, like I so wanted like an older keeper, like a 30-odd older keeper, like but yeah, whatever. I don't want to go back into a rant. With that being said, unless you boys have anything else to say before we wrap it up, so Andrew go to sleep. He's over here fighting his sleep.
Yeah. I am.
And fucking Cisan can keep getting drunk. With that being said, it's another episode of Straight from the Stands. I'm your boy Rudy.
Oh wait, what about our thoughts for? Oh no, we did. Damn, I'm already fucking gone.
Listen, we'll be back next
I was
time.
gonna-
Talk
When do you leave?
November 10th,
I'm
hopefully.
taking your spot.
Hell yeah, take it.
All right,
CSAN
boys.
24/7.
Can I finish the show? Can I fucking close the show out, please? Y'all stay quiet for just fucking 1 minute.
No.
With that, oh, you motherfucker. With that being said, it's another motherfucking episode of Straight from the Stands.
boludo.
I fucking hate your fucking guts.
Good
man.
evening.
I
Good
hate-
evening.
Shut
Good
up.
evening.
I'm about to mute everybody, dog. I'm just gonna mute everybody doing this shit. With that being said, another episode of Straight from the Stands. I'm by Rudy. I'm Smarts on Twitter. I'm Smarts on Twitch. I'm Smarts on the gram.
This is Angel. Follow me at LiveItAF96 on Twitter and ADF3691 on Instagram.
This is Chris, and it's just Chris. Please don't follow me on social media.
Yeah, he's toxic anyways. You don't want to follow him. Close me out.
Peace, love, and G's up, baby.
Peace out. Good night. Hit that like button. Have a good one. Peace.
Che,
Hit
boludo.
the like button.
La concha de tu
Good
reputa
evening.
madre.
Good evening.
That's a dick. I hate you guys. I hate all you guys. Good shit, boys.